radio. No, hi everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to our lovely Twitch stream. This is Dice Soup, and these are the ingredients. Thank you for tuning in, and if you would like to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/onceupon-a-d20 helps sponsor all of the what did I call it just a moment ago? Chuckle fuckery that is about to ensue.
Yes.
So
accurate.
As often, we have somebody missing just because nothing can stabilize, and fate hates all of us. But our dear sweet friend Ro is off doing a thing and has to be absent. To making sure you know, love you. Come back as soon as you can.
Love you.
Love you.
But I'll try to make sure to not unceremoniously murder your character while you're not here. It's fine. But last we left off. Oh wait, we have cat cam. We have cat cam.
I'm trying to have cat cam. Hang on one sec.
You have two cat cams.
Right now it doesn't know how to focus on that face.
It doesn't know what it
Needs
is.
to. It's such
It's okay, Manny.
a
Hang
cute
on.
face. All right. Sorry, I got distracted by cat, and so should you. But last we left off.
There we go.
Well, remind us, my dear Luca, you and Alec were off. You and Alec were off doing.
Oh, we were at the a local cafe, whose name I do have. However, unfortunately, I need to log into every service really quickly. So I will pull up the name of the cafe in just a moment.
The tall Star Bar.
Thank you. I believe Alec was just returning, and I would be finishing a short performance.
Mm-hmm. So you were performing, reaching out, found a smiling place, not just a smiling face, but a smiling place, and were able to settle in, find a friend, and begin to reach out.
They need to know that the fuzz is hip to the rumpus.
Exactly.
Did I miss somebody? Where was that? Oh, there it is. Is somebody talking that I don't hear?
I don't think so.
Okay,
don't
just
think so.
sorry, my brain. I thought I heard an echo in somebody else's.
Oh, you might
Moving
have.
on.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
fine.
I
It's
logged into
fine.
the Twitch stream and got an ad.
Oh, maybe that
Oh,
one.
That's so cool.
By the way, yeah. Well, if you if it's
Oh yeah,
like,
when you're on Twitch.
you can subscribe if you want to. It really helps us out, and or just watch an ad. That also helps us out.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like because I'm a subscriber. So boom.
Oh, it's okay. We all help. We all help in our own ways.
It's true. Everything is helpful.
Definitely promoted it a bit at work. I handed out a few slips of our info written down. So
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted, as they say.
Ooh.
But in that interaction of you playing music, somebody's ear perked up, and he began to listen very intently, and Alec seemed to notice, then noticed the man notice being noticed and go to leave, and Alec was not about to just let that stand. Running, sprinting, very deftly running out and around, but not being subtle at all.
Not even a little bit.
As he rounds the corner, middle of the street, just him looking, and he looks at you, and you look at him.
Yep.
And
I totally didn't mean to. I was totally not. I wasn't trying to be stealthy at all. I was just leaning here on this wall.
and through a deft conversation, found out that maybe he's traveling with a criminal. Like, it's possible. It's not totally confirmed, but maybe. And telling him to, maybe check in, see if everything's on the up and up, and to check back in, because it would be really bad if he got tangled up in all of this business, giving out names that were not in fact your or his names, but Lass sent the gentleman on his way, told him, keep it on the DL for a few hours while we sort all of the problems out, and he was headed back to you, back on the other side of town, the lower side of town. You're nasty. The rest of the group setting up, observing, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, using Blackbird, who is the most inconspicuous dark navy blue bird out in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Looking like they're waiting on something. But Group Green and Group Yellow watching, and all of you keeping an eye on this little hut on the corner. And some smoke started coming up out of the chimney. Not an inordinate amount of smoke, or anything terribly suspicious, but indicating that in fact there was something going on. Someone home. And honestly, I'm having a moment of trouble. Where did we leave off with that?
As far as I remember, things were about to start to go down.
Yeah, I think Eridrin had approached someone, or was about to. Unfortunately, I don't have any notes for that encounter. I
believe y'all were trying to telepathically communicate Akira with group Yellow, which was also Slayer ? And
yes.
Then Eridrin up with Brandor on the other side. Hello. And telepathically communicating back and forth, looking at this, and trying to evaluate what you were going to do. That's not where we were. That's where we're going to pick up.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you that the Slayer is he's kind of standing there and looking a little. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, is getting kind of antsy, standing there, kind of. He's probably always got a hand on like one of his hand axes or something like that. He's just kind of like wringing his hands a bit around the handle, getting antsy.
One does.
Yeah.
Akira will speak to Slayer and Giant again, and say, "I will act on your signal."
And Slayer just kind of looks at him, is like, responds in Giant, like, right, yeah, I mean, just, we've been here so long, feel like we should do something, maybe, go knock the door, down, on the door, knock on the door.
Normally Erigen would just kick it in or something. I say in giant.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, Kira's just gonna look wide-eyed at you like Erigen would kick it in.
It's just like, figured he'd probably set the place on fire, but maybe it's the explosives. Maybe that's what. I just feel like that dwarf gonna get away. Just what does Blackbird think? You can talk to them, right?
Blackbird, you hear Akira in your mind. Should we knock or knock the door down?
Did they see anything?
Blackbird is looking at the building as well, or I guess it's not really a building. I mean, it's also a building technically. It's looking at the house, and Blackbird says, "We could see if there's a window we could look at somehow, because there's no windows on the front." I feel like it would be too bold to knock down the whole door.
I missed a good portion of that. I'm sorry, I could not hear you clearly, Blackbird.
They're pretty good.
I
Try turning them up on Discord.
Oh
yeah, that's
Like the actual Discord voice setting. That might help. That's what I did.
probably so.
Yeah, I have you all at different levels.
Right click, crank it.
Yeah.
But no, Blackbird said maybe we should try and find a window that we can look in, since there aren't any windows on the front of the house, since just breaking down the door seems a little bold.
Are there any windows, Jeremy?
Oh yes, yes. In fact, there are. In looking at the building, in the shadow of a larger set of kind of apartment living, this little hovel, no windows on the front. The fireplace off on your right side, just behind that fireplace on one of the side walls. Is a window, another window on the opposite side, and one further back on the building. But the main problem was that all the curtains are currently drawn.
Yes.
That sign on the front door that in common says sickness within. And then in Gnomish, something else scrawled underneath it a little more hastily.
Can Blackbird read that from here, or would they have to get closer?
And can Blackbird read Gnomish?
No, you said there was common underneath it.
Oh no, common are the big letters.
Gotcha.
Sickness within.
Okay.
Sickness within. Sounds like
One moment, I'm getting a phone call.
Plague house.
I'm just gonna knock on. I'll knock on the door.
Right.
What was that?
I'll give it. I'm gonna knock on the door. I'm just gonna give the door a simple knock.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you up.
All right. So team Akira.
Yellow team.
Slayer. the killer teams. Moving up. Brandor, as you are the current player present for Team Green.
Yep.
What are you and Erdrin doing on that side of the equation? You much more mobile than you have been in the last little while, but
But still not top form. I think if I understood the plan last week, it was for Brandor's here to watch closely, and like he's kind of a oh shit button. If things go real bad, he'll jump in, but he's gonna stay out if it goes well. So he's watching closely and ready to help out if he's needed.
Seeing the other two moving up, Aragon's just gonna kind of nudge you and just say, "Let's get a little closer, a little better vantage point. We can stand across the street, maybe." And encouraging the both of you to, be up a little bit closer. Blackbird, you see teams converging. What do you do?
I think they got a phone call.
Oh, right, they got a phone call. Well, yeah. I'll cut then back to Upper Hupperduke for a moment while the groups are converging.
Up Hup, as the kids call them.
Hup, as the kids. Some kids.
Up Hup.
Up. But Alec, do you go back the way you came, or do you go? Do you try and go back in the front door?
Oh, Bearded is muted.
Bearded, sir, you are muted if you are saying
I'm
anything.
so sorry, I did not realize I was muted. I'm over here just over talking, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'll sneak back in through the way I came, trying to be as nonchalant as possible. Not like, hey, I totally snuck away and then came back in through the front.
All right, going back through the kitchen, where a number of people saw you just dash through like you're supposed to be there.
This is a light stroll back. I am not rushing. I'm just going through, and I'll just grab a roll as I'm passing by. What's up, guys? And I'll just
yeah, it's very much that questioning, who the fuck is this guy? But nobody actively approaches you because regardless of if you try to put off that vibe, you are a somewhat dangerous man. So as you come back through, your gnomish friend from behind the bar looks up as you come back out. What the hell was that?
Oh, that was no big deal. I thought I saw an old friend who wanted to catch him before he left.
Oh, all right. Little warning next time. That's all.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, it won't happen again, I promise you. And then I just walk on back to where I was sitting before.
And yeah, the music completes quite well, as I recall it.
I rolled all right, I think.
Yeah, I thought you did pretty good.
Your roll was
I got a 19. Yeah.
Yeah, your roll was pretty good when you were playing last time.
Not like these stones I'm seeing in the chat from Alec from last week. Wow.
Sometimes, you know what?
Hey, but you know what? He finally caught somebody he was chasing.
I did. I did. It wasn't stealthy, but I caught him.
Yeah,
that's okay. That's okay. It probably worked out the best way it could have. That was great.
But as you get a, it's early-ish in the morning comparatively, and it's not a half-hearted applause and people coming forward. You get let's just roll a couple of bones real quick. Bam, bam, bam. You get 2 copper, 6 silver, and a whole ass gold out of this morning group. Just kind of
nice.
Throwing out some tips and general kindness and
General kindness.
nailed it. And Geffy behind the bar, very, very properly claps for you, and when you start to recover your things, he gives you the little bit of a motion over whenever you have a second.
I'm gonna stop and talk to Alec first because he went bolting out. Luca would come down off the stage, walk over to where Alec is sitting, grab his own, or bringing his own drink with him, and just, so, what was all that?
Well, basically, and he kind of looks around a little bit. There was that guard. He was kind of looking your way and kind of perked his ears up a bit, and that kind of caught my attention. Well,
Was he?
basically, yeah, I went and I approached him. Not as light on my feet as I usually am, unfortunately, but basically what happened, he's like, I was able to talk to him, and he was convinced that I was unaware of any activity you might be a part of. He kind of leaned into me and informed me that you might be a criminal, so to speak, and so I, yeah.
Is that right?
And so I feigned ignorance on a lot of stuff, and I just basically, and so I went through all this stuff, and he's like, he tells me he's posted out at the barracks that are just across from the prison, so that's where he normally is. He has told me that if I see anything, then I should report it to him directly. And
That's terrifying.
basically, yeah, that's where I kind of wanted to let you know that it seems that eyes are appearing in the city apparently, and it seems that whatever that song was you were playing, he seems to be kind of hip to the message.
That's good to know. I actually need to go talk to Geffy about that then. It's something that he'll want to know very much.
One thing he said that was very important, he said that any time that they are tipped off of the presence of whatever the hell you guys are, he says that they are under strict instructions to report immediately, and I was able to convince him not to report for the time being, and I don't know if that's going to hold or not. I hope it is. I convinced him that I was somebody who was, as I said, I feigned ignorance, and I just kind of said, please don't report this because I don't want to be caught with this. I'm unaware, and this is going to look bad on me, and I can't be dealing with that right now. So I told him to hold off and not do anything, and I'll be sure to come to him first if something goes south.
So he's not going to report it then.
As far as it seems,
Assuming he's
could
true
very well
to his
change his
word.
mind. Yeah,
Assuming
exactly.
he's true to his word. Well,
He seemed pretty genuine, and he seemed to think that I was...
Luca is going to look around and
aware.
make sure that nobody is like really listening in on this conversation.
Okay, go ahead and perceive.
Yeah, because this is something that like it is a little bit nerve-wracking, and I mean, there's not a lot of people in here. We're talking pretty quietly, but I'm gonna try to. I mean, I'm not great at perception, but heroes roll dice. Heroes roll dice. Heroes
Damn
roll
right.
19s.
Heroes.
Damn right they do.
Bones. Woo! Yeah, as you just got put on alert that you might have been made, so you have that that moment of like, oh shit.
It's not might have. It was a clear. We've been made.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
and you basically like give this once over look towards like everyone currently left, and really the only person paying any attention to you both is Geffy.
Okay.
And he's not like listening in, but like he basically, he waved you over and he's just kind of like waiting.
All right. Well, Alec, give me just a minute. I need to go give Geffy the bad news. And
Oh, and before you walk off, or whatever, I'm just like, just heads up, just let you know. If anyone asks, especially that guard, I told them your name was Callum. I told them that my name was Tiberius. So last name's up to you. I don't know. I just told them Callum. I didn't give him a last name. For me, Tiberius Stillwater. So if anybody asks, that's our names. That's our aliases as of right now.
Callum. Interesting. All right. So Luca's gonna
Off
pop
my head.
before Luca walks over. He's gonna look over at Alec and just, if you want for what you've done for me here, sometime later when we've got privacy, I'll fill you in. And
It'd be nice to know what when I'm helping out here.
I've told you a little, but anyway, I'll be right back. Luca will walk over to where Geffy is at the bar, double checking that there's nobody else sitting right at the bar there to overhear us.
Not at the moment.
Luca will just lean on the bar and look, like, just kind of slowly let his eyes level with Geffy's.
That's pretty good. You looking for anything specific? Any particular help?
Well, before I ask for favors, I probably ought to do one for you. There was a Imperial Guard sitting in here that knew this song,
Sorry, he what?
recognized the song.
Ha.
So I'm going to get out of your hair quickly.
That is thoroughly upsetting. Thank you for that warning.
You can thank my companion, who is not even a member,
Wow.
who caught this, and I don't know, there's a very good chance he could eventually be someone of assistance to us if he wishes to do so. I'm not going to force him, of course.
Of course.
But for now,
That's definitely
obviously. But an Imperial Guard did recognize the song, and from the way the conversation went, I'm inclined to believe that they know more than one.
Oh, shit.
They're being briefed on our songs. Might need some new material.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
in the meantime,
Mhm.
I was going to ask for assistance because our cart and horses were stolen, and they're wrapped up with a underworld component. Some criminal calls himself Praxis.
Okay.
We really not wanting to get involved with anyone, but we're trying to at least get our goods back. We're doing a wellness check for the clasp.
You heard about the clasp moving into town. Old Taldori gang. I guess you might know, but they're trying to move up in the world, trying to go some level of legit. But Praxis is old school. Praxis is not clasp.
I've had a conversation with him.
And Geffy kind of twists his hand, like puts his hand on the countertop, and twists it, and a little glow kind of forms underneath it, and he moves the hand out of the way, and a sunburst with like five curving tendrils off of this central kind of pentagonal thing that's there. Know that.
That's a good question. Do I?
Quick roll a history check.
I'll roll history. I'm not good at this, but we'll see.
See?
I can roll okay.
Yeah. It's it is a symbol of a group known to you as the Myriad.
I like that name.
It is a particularly dangerous group. Not even like it's very much a mafia, and very much a lot of people know the word the myriad, or the phrase the myriad, in the same way that you can say yeah, I'm a gangster, I'm a part of the mafia. But some people think of them more in a mythological, abstract sense, but at the same time, they are the pockets of them that have been found that have been true are very dangerous, and they get into some pretty shady shit.
Yes, I do recognize it.
Yeah, he runs with those types, and as y'all finish that little bit, the little like thin wooden symbol just kind of like turns into a mist and just evaporates away.
Well, I don't intend to get involved with them beyond trying to get our property back.
Yeah,
because...
but if they know your name, if they think that they've done a favor for you, just be very careful.
Oh no.
They really like to call in favors.
I don't think it's much of a favor, because you see, I know that he's a dangerous man, but he sat in a bar with two guards.
Well, I'm sure you haven't made any sort of untoward deals. It's whether or not they think that they've done you a favor. It's
no.
Their opinion of the situation. Just again, making sure friends don't let friends dive into shady deals with gangsters.
Well, they offered to give us our belongings back if we gave them the man who stole them from us in the first place, which is the same man that sold them to him. Mostly because the trouble that laid at his doorstep when a party of 7 walked to the door looking for their property. And he's only one with 2 guards. Now, I didn't make a threat. I didn't even bring my numbers into the equation, but you see, he noticed how many people were with me. And I just told him that I'd really hate to have to take this to the guards, because the guards will return our carriage and leave them with nothing. I wanted something amicable for both parties, so I don't like the idea of giving this person who stole our carriage to somebody like that. But I don't feel like I have much of a choice.
That probably won't go well for him.
No, probably not. But the man does make a living as a charlatan on the road, robbing and stealing from people, so...
Fair enough.
Sometimes we're all just in the wrong place at the wrong time. On the other hand, it's just a cart and some bloody horses. Nobody needs to die over it.
That'd be true too.
Well, unfortunately, not everything is up to me. I'm just as much along for the ride as some of the others. Anyway, so I guess spread the word. The songs aren't safe right now. We're looking for something else in the meantime.
I'll see what we can find out about what's known and what's unknown, and at least here in town, maybe I'll see what I can dig up.
All right. Well, if you need to find me, you can find me at the Soot Swallow in Lower Upperduke.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with it.
That's where I'll be, because I don't imagine it'll be safe for me to walk in here again. So I'll stay out of your hair and keep you out of trouble. And I guess I will need some information on what songs we can use.
Like I said, I'll reach out to the people that I know, see if any of them know any more than I do, and I'll let you know.
All right. And honestly, with the way it's looking like things are going to go, I don't think I want to try to get the Grin involved with this business with the carriage after all. So, thanks for hearing me out, and sorry about that.
Man. Oh no, it's better for us to find out in a less complicated way.
Well, if they're keeping an eye on us, though, then I definitely don't want to be pulling you into what I'm doing right now. So,
yeah, no worries. If you need you need a place to hitch your own horses for a moment and maybe lay low. This definitely isn't an inn, but it might be a wall that might move.
Hey, you know, it's always good to stay at a place that isn't an inn. They don't expect that.
yeah. I have a very particular storage closet that might not be normally noticeable. You just let me know if you need a place to have a good meal, and
we'll see if things come to that.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Like I said, you just did me a favor accidentally, so might as well do one for you on purpose.
Not accidentally. My friend over there, provided that God keeps his word, my friend over there convinced him not to report the song. So, not accidentally. This is a very lucky stroke for both of us. But anyway, I better get out of your hair.
Travel safe. Good luck.
Stay safe. And Luca will come back over to Alec and just kind of... We probably should go.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if everything was all copacetic or not, but...
The guard situation's upsetting. We're not in trouble.
I understand that.
We're not in trouble with Geffy, I mean, but...
Yeah.
Unwanted detention is unwanted detention.
All right, and the two of you begin your journey. I am assuming back towards Lohub.
Yeah. On the way, Luca will explain to Alec just, you know, if we're in dire straits, there might be a place to hide there. I'm not saying any like actual names or locations out loud as we're walking. Just if we're in dire straits, there might be a place to hide. And what you've done by talking to that god, I don't know if you realize how big of a deal that is and how much that means to me and how much it means to Geffy. So, or how much it means to him. I'll say Luca's not going to use names. But
yeah,
when we've got some privacy, I'll tell you all about it.
No, I understand. And you know, it's okay that we're in dire straits. I'm pretty good in dire straits. Like I usually get money for nothing.
Do you get the chicks for free?
Do you want your MTV?
This is a fantasy world.
Like we need an in-world, in-universe reason to have an MTV. I trust all of you. We can get on.
No,
that.
we just need an in-universe reason to have the 80s. That's it, and we can just go from there.
I mean, the 80s were like 50 years
There's
ago.
already an in-universe reason for it, and I believe his name is Scanlan Shorthalt.
Until they give him a keytar, it's not the 80s. Until he gets a keytar, it's not the 80s.
The loot's pretty close, especially with magic.
Well, all right. I
Magic
see.
keytar.
I see
we'll
that the
continue.
Blackbird has returned. So, Blackbird, or your green team off to your right is moving up to the opposite street corner from you. At that intersection, yellow team moving in, looking like they're very intent on. What are you gonna do?
You're muted.
What are you gonna do when you're not muted?
Remain muted.
I will remain muted. Okay.
Will remain silent.
Oops. Okay, so remind me which little tiny square the house is.
It's like
'Cause I know-
unseeable, pretty much. It's
Yeah,
like right.
it's-
It's like right here.
Okay.
It's
okay.
you
Oh,
see,
yeah,
you
it's
see
like
that
right
tree and that little patch of grass. There's a little bit of black right there.
Gotcha. Okay. And so they're moving in from.
Yeah,
Yep,
they're moving in from the south, headed right for the door, looking like they're about to knock. We got it.
Like they're about to what?
I'm sorry, doth mine ears burn? No.
All right.
Green team moving in from the north, looking like Brandor's got their crossbow ready. Eredrin's just kind of like waiting there. Ready.
All right.
What are you
Okay.
gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Blackbird is going to since we're all moving in now, Blackbird is gonna also head toward the tiny little black square, but try and like come in around the back to see if there's a back door so no one can escape.
All right,
Let's
so
see.
going to try and sneak around the backside.
Yeah.
Go ahead and again, when it's in public like this, trying to blend in with people, I will let it be a stealth or deception check, your choice. Charisma stealth or charisma deception, to make yourself
Okay.
less noticeable.
We're gonna
Moving
go
forward.
with. Oh, I'm plus. We're gonna go with stealth.
All right.
All right.
And remind me your charisma mod, just for
My charisma mod is
shiggles.
+3.
3. So that is actually a 24.
No.
So using other people as cover, and the traffic of things going on, people, your friends moving in from either side, regular traffic moving by, you just kind of pass through, move around, and get around the back side. Bless you.
Sorry.
No. You're fine. So
My mouth was closed. I thought I internalized that one.
so that's okay. You'd think with all the good stuff Discord do, it would have done you that favor, but no, it does not love us. All right, here we go. So the map a little bit so that it can be properly.
I will say real quick, as me and Akira are walking up, in common, I say, leave this to me. I've read all 5 issues of CSM. Crime Scene Mountain.
Oh my god.
Heavens. All right. So we love this. Everything about this is the best. All right. The best.
got a book called Things Heroes Say. It's useful sometimes.
All right, so, actually,
We read a book called Things Heroes Do, and you open it up, and it's just one page. It says roll dice.
nailed it. Nailed it. This,
100%.
I think we could sell that. We could sell that instruction manual.
everything is true about this. So, right here, down on the corner, nailed it.
Out in the street, living in the proposed plane. Sorry, hit me with that CCR. You can't do that to me. You know CCR is like it's a thing.
I did it, and
Milton exists for a reason.
You can't stop me. I'm a maniac.
I have a whole character dedicated to being a CCR reference.
And so in Monster of the Week, he crashed his station wagon, and the only thing that survived, well, I mean, the car was pretty mangled, but the radio survived, and it was just playing CCR on a loop. It just kept that tape going.
Oh my God.
I'm just yes. This is everything. But here we go. Back and move and birds. Here we go. Yes. Oh, the man now, dog.
Oh, the man now, dog.
So.
Oh, the deep cut.
Always. There we are. All right. Then put that one to the back. That one to the back. Put that one to the back. Ha 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 ha! I did it. I'm a winner. So I'm gonna make this a little more plain to see, because at least part of this little edge of the map I can display for you. We are down on the corner. Have this here, and I'm gonna make sure to open it up before moving y'all over to the right map. There we go.
I just now saw that our Twitch watcher points or whatever are called spices. And
Oh my God.
I love it.
I have
it.
1.1k spices. Yay!
It finally got noticed. I'm so happy.
I was
The
like,
little
yes.
I
little
can't
bit of work
claim
that I
much
put
credit.
into
I just noticed it like 20 minutes ago myself. So,
That's
all right. That's all right.
but I've got 1.2k. Ha, Bearded.
Oh, you're getting.
Well, I'm subscribed, so I'm earning faster than you.
I'm
Oh,
subscribed. Good luck, dude.
We're having it's a duel now. Oh no.
Duel. No, we
All right.
lose Teddy. Look at Teddy. Teddy's got 1.6.
Yeah, I know. Teddy got 1.6, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like Teddy doesn't count though, because
Teddy is the stream. Like, I'm sorry,
Teddy
we are
is the
super
stream.
distracting. Let's get back to the game. I'm so sorry, guys.
sorry.
No,
I love you, Bearded.
we all know Teddy is the stream. So like,
yeah.
Yeah, you can, he's not just the spine; he's the entire skeleton. Like if he leaves, then we're just meat and skin.
We have no kitchen.
Indeed. Oh. We are a little bit better proportions there. All right, so let's go ahead and get some characters on the board. Let's go down. We have there's Brandor's a player again. Gotta get that up in the right list. So Brandor and Eridrin across the street, casually hanging out, looking. We've got Blackbird sneakering about the backside of this hovel.
Yeah.
I know Blackbird.
And then Kira, hey, make sure y'all do your long rests, the accounting that you need to have been doing at this point of the day.
You know, traveling with Blackbird has been fun, but it can also be annoying because like they start singing in the dead of night, and it's just.
It is. That was good. Start singing in the dead of night.
It's like,
I love that song.
it's the dead of night. Stop.
Literally, shut up.
All right,
Singing
so-
in the dead of night.
Here we go. Bring it together. Bring it together. We're all feeling the lack of
Sleep.
sleep. Yeah, that's the word. So, Akira moving to the front, Blackbird moving to the back.
Yeah.
Slayer on Akira's shoulder. Blackbird, make a quick perceptions check while you are moving around the back.
How big is the building again?
The building is it's only like a luxurious about 6 feet for the doorway.
Luxurious.
Luxurious about 6 feet. The top of the chimney is at about 10 feet. The roof slopes kind of a decently sharp wedge at the top, a little bit beyond the top of the chimney, just to this is the mountains, snow happens, so it's got a little bit of an exaggerated point to it.
Yeah.
Like the livable top of the building, it literally the ceiling might be like 6 feet.
Single story.
A single story, and it just kind of works up maybe 12 total feet with the sharp
Right.
top.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So as Akira and Slayer, I'll let y'all perceive as well from the front end as y'all are checking on stuff. But Blackbird, as you sneak around the backside, trying to peek in one of these windows, curtains are drawn, hard to tack, but then as you move around the far side, you do see a door right over here.
Ooh, a door.
That is a back door.
It's a bucket.
There on the front end, as y'all knock on the door, you hear a little clank of a plate and a voice. Now, your perception is not what is telling you this. Just a certain level of very basic passive insight. The voice that comes back sounds very much like a man trying to pass his voice off as a woman. And hello?
Does Slayer know this guy's name? Did it come up?
The guy's name.
Texas?
The guy's name, as he gave it to you, was Adcas.
Not a practice.
Sorry, Ascus?
Oh, there's no Adcas here. Who's that?
Oh, we met on the road a few days back. I was just looking to stop in and say hi. Helped me find some folks.
Well, I'm convinced.
I'm
Dude, I
in
thought-
this party and I'm convinced. Like,
Dude, I thought you said we were done.
Oh, yeah, a bit business-wise. Yeah, it's personal.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Natural.
We love it. So, like, we're done. Like, we're not friends. I just need. I've got some shit to do.
What's the door made out of?
Wood. It's a wood door.
Okay.
Akira's gonna say to you. Akira's gonna say to you in
Sorry.
giant. Akira's gonna say to you in giant. Just kick it in.
Yeah,
Just
I was
kick
gonna say, I'm actually just gonna try to, like, as he's like saying that, I'm like rearing a fist back, and I'm just gonna try to like punch through and try to grab where I think. he's at.
Grab him through the door.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Oh yeah, I'm just
possible.
wanting to
Let's go.
hang out with you. And they go, oh.
Yeah. Just-
All right. So, this is going to be the best. So,
I'm actually getting kind of angry too. I'll even say, like
Oh, yeah,
frustrated. Been
y'all were-
standing out here so long, and he totally has
Yeah,
been
y'all-
in here the whole time.
y'all were out there being antsy.
Yeah.
I'll say down the road a little ways. Here, let me. Again, I'm correcting my map on the fly. Here we go.
I like it.
Whoa.
Love it.
We're going to lengthen that road a little bit. We're going to lengthen it. Then we're going to make sure to open it up a little bit. Luca and Alec coming down the way,
Making their way downtown.
making their way
Making our way
downtown.
uptown.
This is the downtown. It's true.
Oh,
God.
Oh, are we going to Lower Duke?
You're
we're going to Lower Duke.
down Duke.
Oh, okay,
Dr.
I thought
We're
it's
going
hard
to
for me
Duke.
because I see the map and we're on the northern part of the map, and so I think we're in Upper Duke.
I think.
Yeah, we're going to
technically-
Low Duke.
Yeah, I think over here is technically south, right?
Did I pull you back to the right map here? Hold on. Flip.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
just it's
like
just
where we are is like
rotated,
the
so,
almost the northern tip of the map, so
Oh.
I always think that's Upper Duke.
Oh, right. North is left right now, but where the point of things
There is
moving-
no rose on this map.
the road is the rose.
Up isn't about north, south, east, or west. Up is about like topography. It's about height.
Literal height
Fair
at
enough.
this point. All right. So as the group is in fact converging, it is time for us to throw down some initiatives.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
And you Slayer are getting a surprise round out of this, just
Good.
as a
Yeah,
reminder.
through a door.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. That'll be great.
It is a surprise motherfucker round,
Wow.
as they say.
Hello, mother-
Surprise motherfucker.
What's 16.4?
I can't click on my icon.
14.
Can't you click on your icon? You're such an icon.
I know. My icon's not on this map though.
Yeah, it is. It's over
Where
here.
am I?
Way over here.
You're in the upper right.
I rolled a 19.
gosh.
You're in up hop still, apparently. As it were. Oh, Beardy, try reloading your page if it has you on like the Hupperduke map still.
Yeah, I'm on the overworld. I'm on the Hupperduke
Yeah.
map. Yeah.
Yeah, reload your page. We're all in
Well, no, yeah, because it took me to that. I saw the map of the house and everything. I was watching that live, and then it took me back to this map, and I'm like, I'm still not on it. Where am I?
come to us.
Hey, I found me.
We found
Now I
you.
Oh,
Now I can roll me.
I've
There
got
we go.
I've got one of the fancy smancy critical role mugs. I need to get that wrap. I would like to rage.
Somebody
15.
He once told me.
Andor, have we?
Your mom is gonna roll me.
Jeez.
That Goliath's
I'm-
gonna catch me.
Indeed. All right. Imagine. I did you proud. I rolled a whole 5, my dude. There we go.
But all I got in my head now is, Alex, mom has got it going on. She's all that you want. She could be anyone you want. Fuck.
There you go.
Sorry, why? We weren't gonna go there, but
Ooh, whoops.
See,
so
Alec, in
what I
fact,
find hilarious about this is that even when Eredrin's not here, he still can't roll over a 5 on initiative.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're keeping the tradition alive. Apparently, he has never rolled above 5 on initiative ever, according to what he says.
I suppose it would be wrong to break tradition while he's not here.
It would also be hilarious if you got his one and only nat 20 when he wasn't here.
Indeed.
I already burned my nat 20 for the session. It was my initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
You only get one. Not
No, that's not
14.
true. I might
Okay.
get another if I die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Now
That tends to be your flavor.
Yeah. I'm doing my best when
Alright.
fighting for my life.
All right. So
Sometimes it's like that.
Act.
it be like that
Be done.
sometimes.
I cast
Oh.
knock.
They don't forget. Hey, wait a minute. What?
You cast knock and not cast stick.
Yeah.
I started to say you cast knock. It's just you throwing me.
I cast mage
knock and
armor.
knock-
Grabs Lucan.
Knock cast Slayer.
All right.
Lucan
That
can
still
cast
weirds me
spell,
out because I'm not used to like bards being considered a full spellcaster.
Right.
Because fifth edition is the first time I've ever been a full spellcaster.
What does it mean
Brandor, I don't
necessarily to
see-
be a partial?
Andor, I
So
don't
it-
see your initiative.
I'll answer you in Discord so that we don't have to break.
Yeah. Yeah, tends to be my flavor.
You can also not.
Sorry,
There you are.
I was away from my computer, but I'm back now and rolling initiative as soon as I find my token.
You're way off to the left.
Yes, you are. You are in the shadows to the left.
Just like Buzz in Toy Story 2.
Nailed it.
Nice.
I knew I could.
I'm on it, guys. I got this.
You do got this. It's fine.
I mean, in your defense, Brandor, you are tired.
Yeah, it's valid.
Yeah, everything about that is fine.
Bird, what's your dexterity?
Oh, hang on. Let me check.
Say what?
I think yours is an 18 because you and I have the same mod, I believe.
Brandor's dexterity is a +4. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at strength. It's a 15 for a +2.
I was asking Blackbird.
15
Oh, I'm
plus
sorry.
2 as well. It's okay.
Okay.
So 17.
Yeah, I have a 14, so I think you're faster.
Zoom, zoom.
I have an 18.
There we go. All right. Here we go. There we go. In order of 16s. There it is.
Yeah.
So, as Slayer casts knock, Slayer, please be so kind as to give us an athletics check.
What did you say?
This is going to be tiers of success. There is just punch through the door, and then there is a level of push through the door and grab the target on the other side.
Right. I did say I was getting kind of angry. I wanted to be specific. I wanted to rage, essentially.
Aha.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That's bonus
so-
action to get anged.
Yeah. So like as
Wait,
I'm like
so
getting,
before you
rearing back to
before
knock,
you go to
get
this
mad.
door,
No, I don't like. I don't do the full like haka dance.
that's
to
what I was
knock,
thinking.
no.
You're doing the haka
No.
before you go to this door, like.
No, it's not like every time. But, like,
Just a little like
slap my chest,
Slapping his thighs and like.
double chest slap, like kick your foot up to your hand, and then
yeah. No, I just rear back real far and then just like get real mad about it. So there's advantage on strength checks.
yeah, go for it.
So let's roll that.
All right.
18.
So with that, he is going to try this. The 18 that sails through the door. Absolutely,
Right.
like that door. You are splitting that door as if it were wood against you. So
Stone.
wood against
Essentially.
stone. Yeah, stone against wood, literally.
Yeah.
But as he tries to duck out of the way, and with advantage, because of certain things about him, very unfortunately, he rolls a 14.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh,
Unfortunately for him, he rolls a 14. So let's go ahead and show the interior of this living room to the two of you who can see very clearly into this living room now.
Fans up front door.
Team front door. You punch through, and unlike how he was seen before, this lad does have a full beard, and as he as you punch through and just nab his beard, he just looks towards you and just smiles. There's breakfast in his mouth right now, and just kind of smiles, and you see it's like eggs and potatoes and stuff.
Yeah.
Luca, yeah, Luca, you see, do you move anywhere, Slayer? Like you have full control over this
yeah, full surprise
situation right now.
I guess I'll just kind of drag him out by his beard, kind of lift him and be like, all right, you're coming with me. I've had enough patience until now. I'm tired.
That was
of
my
waiting."
plan.
Yeah.
So I'm glad somebody's executing it.
Right, yeah. And I just sort of, I guess I'll even just sling him over my shoulder with it, and,
Alright. I'll,
if I can.
well, yeah, I mean, you could drag him out right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead. How far out are you going? Or are you just shifting him around?
I'm just shifting him around and looking at Akira, and I'm like, all right, we've got him. So
All right, so just that basically that turn will use 5 feet of movement for you per move. So it's easy for you to just twist and just pull him out into the street, and looking past the now shattered door, Akira. The room looks a little burnt, a little like this. This is a decently nice little hovel, but there's some shit broken over in the corner and scattered on the floor, chairs tipped over. It's a little dusty in here, except for some pathways where you can see steps have been had. The counter got cleared off a little bit to make some food. Anyways, Luca, top of the round, you see Slayer drag this guy out.
I guess I
Down
can
the road.
I
Down
can
the
take
road
a
a
double
minute.
move, right?
Yeah, you're down the road a minute, but
What's a run action get me?
run out, just double your movement, so that's 60 total.
60? Well, when you take a run action, is there no actual run action in 5e?
Oh, no, well, your normal movement's 30.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
dash
So it's just double your normal movement. Well,
So you want to
and
dash?
here's one of my goofy things. In previous editions, a run action was 4 times your movement speed.
Oh, jeez. I
Yep.
see.
Yep. So I'm just gonna stop there. That's all I can do.
All right, so running forward, are you calling out anything? Just closing distance?
No, I'm not gonna call out anything in the middle of the street in broad daylight in the morning.
Yeah. I'm not detailing exactly the number of people that are out there. It's not a lot of people. There are,
I mean, I
there
could
are
be coming
people
to
around.
save this poor person. They don't know.
Exactly. Akira,
I take it the part that's blacked out is there's like a door or something covering it. That's why I can't see back there.
Yeah, there's a door right here. There are doors here and here.
Akira is going to walk in about right here, stare at the doors, and anyone in those doors within a 15-foot where is it? Needs to make a DC 11 Dex saving throw. If there are any people in there, and I'm going to use my psychic breath weapon to just hit. If there is somebody lurking behind those doors, they're going to get hit with psychic damage.
All right, so you breathe out and just I will hit buttons, and all right, as you exhale and breathe kind of towards and into the wall just to as much as it is psychic, there is also a physicality to the breath that you have. And it does kind of splash against the door and the wall, kind of just splash all along there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear anyone screaming in pain or anything.
Okay, because yeah, they would have taken, if there was anything back there, they would have taken 3 psychic damage. So satisfied with that, I'm just gonna turn around and follow Slayer.
All right.
If there's no one, because they would still take half damage, so if it either be 3 or 1. So, but if nobody was back there, then I would just follow Slayer to make sure the guy stays over his shoulder, and I'll make eye contact. Well, not eye contact, because I can see the person over his shoulder. I'm just gonna repeat form and function over again in his brain, and I'm gonna form and function. You stole them. Form and function. over and over again inside his brain.
So, real quick, it's a good point I'm noticing in the Discord, like if he screams out, and Slayer's dumb, but he's not that dumb. Can I amend like a hand over the mouth, like, or is it too late? It's fine if it's too late. I'm just asking, like.
That'll be, basically like a little more effort that you can put into it this turn, because you will in fact have a little bit more time to act before he does.
Okay.
All right, so Akira chanting in the form and function. Alec.
Yeah, as of right now, there's not a whole lot I can do, but I can move. So I will go ahead and just, let's see, I had it measured out here. Where's that? 80 foot right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my full movement and do a bonus action. Yeah, to there. So I'm gonna burn a key point so I can get faster. And
if you're,
well, actually, no, I'll just.
If you get a,
I don't even need that, honestly. I'm just gonna do an action dash, because like as of right now, I'm not gonna throw a dart at this guy or anything like that. I'm just getting closer just in case something else needs to happen. So,
okay.
Yeah, but as of right now, I really don't have anything else, so that's gonna burn my turn.
All right, closing in. Blackbird, you hear the surprise be sprung, and then this kind of sound come from the other side of this door. What do you do?
So Blackbird is gonna go up to the door, the back door, little guy.
Team back door.
Myself. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the back door there and just try and open it.
As you jiggle the handle, funny enough, this door is actually unlocked. And and you click it, Akira. You turn suddenly, hearing this door open, but you see Blackbird's mask.
But it's just me.
Hi, Akira.
Oh, hi.
And again, like, it looks as if this door, as you're looking at it, so it unlocks Looking at it or feeling it, the handle is actually kind of loose. Looking at the door frame, this door got broken into some point in its past, and the lock mechanism is still banked.
Okay.
Looks like it looks to you like somebody was here at the door when it got smashed in. Again, there's that little bit of just kind of dust over everything, even this debris, but has been here for a minute.
Can I roll perception and see if I can kind of discern whether or not this house even belongs to somebody that he knows?
I'll let you insight, and you have a little more movement, so like you can kind of like move inside. And go ahead and roll an insight check.
Sure thing. 13. Could be worse.
Yeah, looking around, sizing up the way everything looks. The trails of dust and things around you, they look very purposeful. Nothing else in this place looks like it's like disheveled, turned over, anything like that. There's some it looks like some slightly muddy footprints that head towards this door. They're old. They're like old caked dried mud. The rest of it, like over on this side of the room, over to the stove, the trail that leads over towards this door, all very purposeful, not meandering, not wandering. It doesn't look like this place has been rolled for goods, for stuff.
Right. Okay.
Oh, you
Blackbird?
pawn. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Blackbird is gonna try and open this door here if possible. Okay. The one on the right. For some reason I can't interact with this map, so I'm just gonna... The one on the right. No, the one
This
One
by
in
the
front
sink.
of the one by the sink.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Opening that up. Here we go. I'm opening it. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
so you as you make your way inside of there,
Making my way in there.
Backwards, open up the closet.
this one opens towards you because this is a really small closet, and you yikes. So
Wow.
as you open up, there is a smell in the air, and it was pretty well contained before you open this door. Now on the inside of here, there is a bunch of chemical smell. The distinct smell of bat shit.
I hate it.
Guano.
And sulfur and some other chemicals in this space. Looks like the solutions and things that are in some beakers are all like separated and in here a hot second.
Okay.
Again, the layer of dust over stuff.
Okay. Can I use wisdom and try and tap into any of like my poison knowledge and see if I recognize anything that was supposed to be something?
We will get into that shortly. May be able to try and identify some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But first, Slayer, fucking yeet through that door, grab that boy, pull him out into the street. He hasn't had time to react yet.
Right, yeah, he's so I've got him over the shoulder, and I look at Akira like, what do we do now? And then they go inside, and I look around the street at people for a second. I'm like, right, and I quickly pull him off my shoulder and hand over mouth, and then arm around body, and I'm just hand over mouth. Yeah.
Right. So
Rub his beard down his throat.
Arm carry.
Stuff it in his mouth.
one of the things that I do, which is in my house rules, you can in fact do another athletics check to basically double grapple, which is the restraining thing. Okay. This would make sense for you to be able to restrain this man's without restraining yourself, like the dumb shit that they do with the grappler feet.
Yeah, this is the only reason I don't ever take the grappler feet, because I don't want to also be restrained, especially when I'm an 8-foot tall dude and this is a 5-foot tall dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4.5 foot tall dwarf. But yes.
But anyway, okay.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
another. Yeah. Okay. I will do that.
But you also have advantage.
That's
wow.
That's a 26.
When I rolled a 21, I thought this boy might have some hot shit going on. So yeah, you pull him out, and you're about to you're about to just lift him up by the beard over the shoulder, and you think better of it, and just use the beard to yank him, spin him around like you're dancing with him.
Yeah.
Pull him to your chest, and just you got him by the scruff, and then you've got him by the
Yep.
and it feels like he tries to just lift his legs up and go into this full drop out from your grasp, but as you palm his whole head to your chest, you hear him adjust his own back. And it's just this grrr of his back, and you hear that groan of of having one's back popped, and he's just
semi-pleasure, semi-pain.
Semi-pleasure, semi-pain, and he's very confused in this moment as he's trying to get away from you, but just corrected his posture probably.
Forever.
And then I just sort of
You
look
owe
around
me.
more. I see Alec and Luca down the way, and I'm just like, there you are. Got him right.
I have a question. Can Alex see this boy's beard right now?
Yes, you can.
Alec is a little confused because you did say this guy has full beard, right?
Yeah. This gentleman has a full beard. The gentleman that you saw previously, and that actually player saw previously, had side chops and side chops, no center beard.
That's
We were
right.
gone for a few days at most, right?
A week.
Yeah, the face of this man is very much the same. His facial hair looks completely different.
So I'm looking. I see the face looks exactly like the same guy, but the facial hair is different.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna clock that, and I'm gonna be like, that's weird.
I mean, we're got a week. It's a dwarf,
Bro, I this is full length beard.
Yeah, this is it is.
Him and his sister are the same person. He just puts on a prosthetic beard.
Wow. I mean, there are weirder things in Exandria than heaven and earth, Horatio. But do you maintain yourself there in the middle of the street, holding this man's?
I mean, I'm not really sure what we're doing. I'm like, do we want to go in the house and investigate, or do we want to hurry up
You
and get
should
back to
take him
practice?
inside before he starts screaming.
I've got my hand over his mouth.
He can scream all he wants now.
I know.
So-
as soon as you clock Alec and you say like Alec and Luca, you're like, "Hey, there you are." Like Alec's gonna kind of give you a look of like, "Get it!" Like he's gonna look, point at the house.
Can't do it.
Okay, all right. That's what I was looking for. All right. So I get in the house then.
He's the slayer, not the tactician. It's okay.
All right. Go ahead and drag.
Said I'd help
drag
you
yourself.
find the guy. I found the guy. Here he is.
Look, I get to get paid again. I found the guy. Go ahead and move yourself where you want to be.
Right.
Look, his first name is Dumb.
It's Doom.
Got
Okay?
It's Doom.
I'm just kidding.
It's
Damara.
more manly than that. No, okay.
Who's this dumb Marine?
Indeed.
Right.
That is 100% what I thought you were going for when I first saw the name. I was like, is he?
No, it's a different one. It's a different play on words.
Insults on the milk.
I think Damaran is a cool name though.
Indeed.
Yeah, no.
We're like throwing a ton of shade at your name. Your name is cool,
It's-
okay? Like we're
no.
just being idiots.
It's definitely- it's very giant.
Marin. Like it's yeah.
All right.
Akira is a fan of Slayer. If no one's picked up on that yet, Akira is definitely a fan.
Nailed it. Endor, what do you do? If we can hear you.
You're
muted on Discord,
Brandor.
You're muted, Brandor.
I forgot that I had signed in on the browser instead of my phone, and I was talking all this time. I'm sorry.
I can't
You're
hear you.
good.
So, I haven't really seen enough.
Did they come back?
on-
I'm not hearing.
Yeah, they're back. Yeah.
Oh no.
All
I
right.
had to do the Sorcerer Supreme Pizza relog maneuver.
Yeah.
I like to
So
call
Brandon
that.
hasn't- Oh, okay.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, it's-
You're
it's-
back.
it's
I hear
fine.
you now.
You're up, Brandor.
Okay.
Oop, now I hear
So
nobody.
Brandor hasn't really seen enough to really be alarmed just yet. But not being able to see at all is a problem. If I look directly across the street, like here, is there another place I could go hide where I could then see in the door?
You asked me a thing and I put trail mix in my mouth. My bad. But I'm limping at half speed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make it very far. That's the problem.
You could start heading that way.
Is there maybe a window on the side of the building that would give me the same line of sight?
There is a window here, so it's the curtain is currently pulled.
Okay. Do you know what? I'll just try to hide under that tree.
All
If I
right.
can make it that far. The dash action.
The dash action unfortunately gets you to right there.
Awesome. Okay.
Brutal.
Is your speed like the average 30?
No, it's halved
Yeah.
because exhaustion.
Well, I mean like normal speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 30.
Oh, okay.
All right. And can have Eredrin go first in this case. Eredrin is going to follow you and actually in this case help scoop you up and help you forward. So basically giving you a movement again, helping you forward, basically trying to help both of you get closer, be in range to try and be useful. And in fact, in a attempt at a tactical maneuver, going to action surge to get you against the trunk of the tree, and then move himself around this side. Basically, y'all kind of shoulder to shoulder against this tree, kind of as nonchalant as possible. Which brings us. Oh, and he has bonus action, of course. I need to remember that. And so another Eredrin appears on the other side and tries to also act nonchalant. All right. Nega Eredrin. There we go. And then this man's totally wrapped up right now. Is going to kick and retch and try try to pull himself out of Slayer's grip right now. He is what some have fabledly called desperate, and giving him a disadvantage for his completely restrained state, but having the advantage that he has to try and escape grapples. I rolled straight. Slayer, to hold on to him, you are going to have to beat a 25 because I nat 20'd.
Well, let's just hope I nat 20 again. Doubtful, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, it's a solid 15.
So
he's double grappled, right? So that means he only breaks one.
That was the reason for his disadvantage.
I know. I'm just.
But as he very much sees the walls closing in. There we go. Trail mix done. Very much sees the walls closing in, and he uses his action to wrench himself out of this grapple. He is going to use a bonus action to disengage from the two people very, very close to him. And
Smart.
And he starts running this way, catches the door, and just like runs through it.
Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay. He's gonna regret that. I am so fast.
Jeremy knows. Jeremy knows what's about to happen to this poor bastard. I'm just saying. But he doesn't. He thinks he still has a chance. He also doesn't know about the backup outside that window. Weird, huh? So Luca, you hear you see Slayer just wrap this guy up, pull through, and then Slayer, do you make any sound of displeasure?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say like, "Oh, get back here!" Like,
all right. So the shadowed over area right there next to you, Luca, is a like apartment building area. Looking free to this little spit of land here. What do you do?
Okay. Well, I'm probably just gonna keep moving forwards.
Okay. About 20 feet forward, you get a pretty clear view of this open back side door here.
Now, let's see. I can move. I'll take the double move again because I really don't have, like, I can't really get too far. So let's see. I can do.
Gets you under part of the. That gets you under part of the tree right there. A clear view.
Yeah, that seems
basically,
like a good spot.
Basically, these two things happening at the same time because D&D time is weird.
Yes.
You basically, as you run forward, you see this guy fucking dive through that door.
Huh. All right. Well, I mean, that's as far as I can get for my turn. Well, no,
You have a bonus action. What would you like
actually,
to do?
it's not as far as I can get on my turn. And you said that I can actually see him running through the room?
He runs right past there.
Oh, well, then no, he doesn't. I'm going to bonus action Misty Step into his way.
Well, the order of operations it being a little different. But you can Misty Step 30 feet to right there.
No, I'm gonna stay outside. I'll save that Misty Step. I only get once a day. I'll save it for later.
Okay.
I'll hold on to that for now. I'll hold right there.
You see him running back, and you see that there is a window on this side. Intuition might tell you there might be a window on the other side, and or he might be running through that window. You don't know. You don't know his life yet. But speaking of Akira,
Akira is just going to see him bolt and take off. I know the order of operations are what they are, but I'm pretty sure as fast as Akira is, I can get in front of him.
All right.
Hey, Kira, don't worry, I'm right behind you. I've already mapped out what I can do.
All right. So as you run around this corner, this room actually looks very well cared for. Is definitely the room of a person who is meticulous and careful. Again, kind of everything else having kind of layers of dust on it. This bed looks used, but clean. And he's basically like bounding up it, and basically looks like he's starting to crouch to try and eat himself through the window.
Oh, so he's just trying to go out the window. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that. I was trying to click around. Just close that so I don't roll any more dice by accident. All right, I will just, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna punch him in his leg because he's half out the window, right?
Well, he's basically like jumping onto the bed, to try and use that to yeet himself out the window.
Oh, as he jumps to the bed, I'm gonna do a telekinetic, just pretty much slam him into the wall.
Okay.
So yeah.
Knock him
needs to
off
make a strength 13 check, and I'm just pretty much gonna reach out my hand, grab him in the air, and slam and throw him back against the wall.
That is a dirty 0, a natural 1. He goes to like jump, and as he like goes down on the down bounce, you pop around the corner and just focus, and he flies just full ass into this desk and into this dresser and just.
I will finish my
What the fuck was that?
Movement by
full Matilda mode.
I will finish my movement by, and I want this to be this, and this is how I'm sure that it's understood. I am going to get down on all fours and crawl across that bed and pretty much like put myself directly on top of him, bare fangs and claws, and just loom over him, and in his head, say over and over again, "You stole from me. You stole from me."
All right. This is an intimidation check with advantage, my dude. Let's go.
Let's see. What's my intimidation is? My intimidation is non-existent. So it's just a flat. Just roll a couple on this.
You still got advantage.
Yeah, advantage is dope. So that's what we got to rock with the advantage for this one, because there will be no mod. So roll 1.
Wow.
I think the dice said 12, my guy.
They did.
Dice have spoken.
Kind of like they told me 15 earlier.
Slayer got the clear message of 15. You're getting
I would use my Wait, I want to use my Fey luck.
Okay, throw a d4. Add it on. It's a day, baby.
Come on, 4.
Hold on. Where is there we go.
Uno D4.
So not a D20.
Nah, D4.
Oh,
Hey,
so 15.
What's your
That
15?
does make it a 15.
It
Right.
does.
15 still good.
let me throw his insight, which I'll tell you, I rolled a 9 for a total of 7.
Oh, thank God.
Woo!
And so as you crawl, you start crawling across it, somewhat ambiguous presenting, or not ambiguous, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Androgynously presenting. He like, you throw him against the wall. And he's like, witch, there's a witch here.
In his head, he'll hear, "You will wish I was a witch."
Alec.
All right, so I've mapped out what I want to do with movement. 45 gets me to here.
45 gets you to there.
65 gets me to there.
65 gets you to
And
there.
then the remainder of my time gets me to 80 is square on him. Right.
Yeah,
here.
you can be immediately next to him. You can't occupy the same square. That's a little rough.
Yeah. I was gonna be like basically right next to him, but like basically, my question is, when I come in the room, he's been thrown against the wall. He's is he prone on the ground, or is he kind of like just standing there, or what?
He's not prone, but he's slammed against the wall.
Okay. I will run in, and I've used my key point to Step of the Wind. So
to dash.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use that, and then I'm gonna take my action and bonus action, which is my or not the bonus action. I can't. Yeah. But just take my action to just go ahead and smack him upside the head with my staff. I'm gonna cast Quarterstaff.
One does.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do this. Not to like, I'm not looking to seriously hurt him. I am looking to like ring his bell, but you know.
Yeah. More of your normal.
Are
life.
you serious? No. I got too excited.
Yeah. You sprint in.
Small house, man. Small house.
It is a small house. You're having to duck a little bit because I think Alec is a little above 6 foot. So, if I remember
No,
right.
actually, Alec, if I'm not mistaken, I have him at like 5'10".
Okay, 5'10". It's still like being in those there's airport terminals that are at like 7 feet instead of 8 feet. Like, it looks wrong in here. Everything's a little.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't feel right, and so like you go to like extend the quarterstaff up to try and do like a normal like you know stab between the legs twist, wrench of maneuver, and you up into the ceiling through part of the ceiling and just kind of jam your quarterstaff up and just kind of have to wrestle it free. You are cutting off an avenue of escape for sure.
Yeah, and I will stand there and make it look like that was my purpose. Like, haha, now you can't get out this way.
As one does.
But I am gonna look at him and just straight up go, "Good morning."
All right, Blackbird.
I think
It
Blackbird
just
just
said BRB
BRB'd.
Or be LOL hashtag Slayer.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to pick up this chair right here on my way.
Oh shit.
Yay!
I guess
Improvised weapon.
and in my brief step off camera, I've decided it's no longer like a haka type thing. It's more like a pro wrestler type thing, where like maybe he like slaps like his elbow or something before he does something. But anyway, especially with the improvised weapon, I'm coming in with the wood chair. Anyway,
Nice.
gonna get in there and attempt to hit this man with the wood chair.
Go for it.
I just did an athletics check to see if I hit. I guess.
No. Full attack. Full attack.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what that would be. A proficient strength check, essentially, right? Like.
It'd be an unarmed strike, quote unquote.
Okay. All right.
I think you might have a tab for tavern.
Oh, I do have a tavern brawler strike thing. Yeah. We're gonna say not reckless, but this guy is relatively flanked, right?
Oh, he's all sorts of flanked right now, so you have a
Right.
+2. You
Right.
have a
Okay. +2. Okay. So 14.
14. Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. All right.
This man was getting ready. He did not have on his leathers yet.
Right.
This
so
room is
that's
packed.
so that's 9 bludgeoning damage because I am raging.
Which
As I
does
s-
also mean, as part of your tavern brawler thing, you
Yeah.
made an unarmed or improvised weapon attack. Anyone do with your bonus action?
I would like to try to grapple him again.
All right. So as you slam him with the chair, go ahead
Break
and
the chair over him and then just try to grab him by his leg or something.
say, yeah, I guess you can just shatter that chair, and just go ahead and go for the grab.
Okay, this is an advantage, because, yeah. Haha! 21 to you, sir! 'Cause I know last time you rolled a 21, and then I beat you.
Oh yeah,
Let's
yes,
watch it happen the other way this time.
yes indeed. No, this one is in fact a dirty 20. So as you come in and just smash it over him. He's all like already against the wall, like retreating and like, oh my god, witch! And then you smash his chair against him. He's starting to bleed a bit. He's got splinters in his arms. You just how do you grab him?
I literally kind of want to either grab him by the arm or leg, because I'm winding up to swing him at a dresser or something at this point.
All right, so
as a note, Slayer is visibly in the moment, in the rage right now. So just a note to anybody in the room.
Oh, he's retreating. Gets chair broken over him, and you just reach out and just grab one of his arms, driving a little bit of a couple of the splinters into his arm, getting ready to use him.
Yeah. That wasn't essentially my point with that. Is it wasn't non-lethal damage?
Oh yeah.
Point.
That's why I was saying jamming in some of the splinters.
Yeah.
Driving it home, as it were.
It wasn't non-lethal damage. Let's just state that.
I know it's not enough to put this guy down potentially, but I want to be clear for
whole ass chair just exploded. It's not non-lethal. Blackbird.
I just want to be clear in this. If this kills this person, I'm cool with that.
And there may be people
That's right.
present who aren't in the party, and that's why I want to illustrate Slayer's actions so they can make their decisions.
Oh no, I know. Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's what I've always stated is anytime you've ever seen Alec fight,
Right.
you've seen him try not to cause harm, but just cause hurt.
Right.
You know.
All right.
Slayer is the reverse knock right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. I would say so.
Blackbird, you are up.
All right.
You hear
Since
the kerfluffle in the other room. Have what looks and smells to you like maybe a meth lab? ?
horrifying. Yeah, so since they seem to have it taken care of in that room, Blackbird is gonna kind of investigate and see if they recognize anything in there and whatnot.
Go for investigation, and if you are not currently proficient, using your understanding of poisoner's kit, make it proficiently.
All right. I don't know how to change it from +2.
So just roll it, and we'll add another +2 onto it via
like it.
proficiency bonus.
16 then.
Ooh. Oh. Your comprehension of things. All of these different odd things, you're not quite sure what they are just from sight. You might actually have to take some real time to determine the chemical makeup of stuff. None of this, every bit of this, seems like it would be horrible to ingest. To including the ground the ground kind of black powder that is the bat shit. And well, like there's part of it that is like powderized. Then there's also these like look like halves of a sphere fit together. Little like a little bit smaller than a golf ball, kind of like half spheres that are broken open, and one side of them looks looks like it's packed with some more granular black powder rather than powder or like granulated. What's the raw sugar versus like powdered sugar, and the crystal chunks are packed into one side of these things, and there's a couple of them there. The other half of these spheres, nice. Roll your divine fury damage. The other half of this sphere is looks like almost a flint and steel. Also, like there's tiny gears as part of the mechanism, almost like a very rudimentary timer kind of device, like clockwork gear work. Oh God, I'm in so much trouble.
Interesting.
You see 3 total, like if you put them together they would make spheres, that are like, they look like they're packed and ready to be assembled, but they've been again abandoned there for a questionable amount of time. Like whatever project was going on in this space has been abandoned for a while, and the supplies in here very much look like they're still usable, like they're still serviceable for whatever their purpose is.
Right, just old.
Yeah.
Okay. Blackbird is going to carefully take those spheres pieces that could be combined and like take them and not like put them like in the same pouch, but like separate pouches so they don't like touch each other.
Okay. Maybe.
Right. Are to carefully pack them away.
Yeah. And just kind of carefully like can I see anything else interesting in that room? I suppose like that I feel might...
There are like tinkering supplies in here, like hammers and screwdrivers and what would be considered alchemy supplies, embellics and little like paraffin little metal containers that are packed with wax, currently not lit.
Interesting. Okay. So Blackbird is going to carefully back out of the room and close the door.
All right. So taking those 3
little bad boys. Yeah.
Little bad boys out, put them away, shutting the door back on your way out. All right.
Yep.
Endor. Narragen here, Kerfluffle, right over here.
Alrighty, I really feel like at this point it's either hurry up and wait or keep going and hurry inside. So I'll go for the go inside and just keep moving my slow ass toward the door.
All right, keeping on.
Don't worry, guys, I'm coming. I got it.
You can get right to the edge of the doorway with your regular action economy. Do you want to use a or action surge to keep running.
No, I'm gonna set up shop right here and be lookout, because that's kind of most useful that I feel I can be in this moment.
Nice. All right. So kind of hobbling over, trying to make sure to cut off one of the avenues of escape. Also, people just shattered this door. So maybe looking like some sort of official of some sort might keep some of the looky-loos away. Erdrin very much feeling that same vibe.
Not to mention, we did drag someone into the street.
Well, yeah, drag them into the street, then drag them immediately back out of the street. Eredrin's gonna go to the far side of you, the other side of the door, and just kind of have his glaive out and ready. And as he does, nod towards Shadow Eredrin, and to make sure they would be careful about making sure that they aren't too far away from each other. That's still 35. There we go. It's 30. There we are. So,
Yeah, I just have this image of like people in their houses hearing like, "Did you hear that loud crash just now?" And then right as everybody scurries into the house out of sight, that's when they look out and go, "Oh, must have been nothing."
Spin the wind.
Spin the wind.
But that extra, well, Doommarin, was that 7 extra damage?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, 7 extra damage there.
So yeah, that chair explodes in a little like display of lightning, electric fury, just, and then Slayer grabs onto the guy's arm, and just you hear that little bit of a. You're not sure whether this man's arm is broken by Slayer grabbing it, but there is a little bit of a crunchy sound. He grabs him, and the guy just like arms bleeding, arm in a questionable questionable state of assembledness.
Right.
Akira looking like a freak off of a leash. Alec looking like he very purposefully is about to bring down the hammer.
Yeah.
I'm definitely waiting to do this.
Quick freaking shout out to Teddy, man. He just gifted 5 subs to a few people.
Oh my god,
man.
Teddy!
Just want to call that out.
Just now, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go Teddy.
Been a real.
And also, while I'm on it, thank you, Sean, for the sub gifted to me on
No.
Public. But
All right.
yeah, we should call that out. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love, indeed. Love it. Oh. As y'all surround him, and he's looking pretty desperate, hopeless, grabbed, not at all being able to currently shake his fear of Akira at very least. He with his arm kind of being held up like he's about to be swung by the Slayer. What are you doing? And you may consider this combat over.
Oh.
As he's basically just like
Yeah, get out of this one.
basically he's just what do you want? What do you want? I did you freaky fuckers.
in his head, I'm just saying, why did you steal from us?
I didn't steal shit. Y'all stole my shit.
Oh, it is him.
I found your horses. I found your horses out in the. They were just wandering in the forest. They were just there. I wanted to feed them. But bro, you stole my money. And so I sold them because I knew the Praxis just kill horses. I mean, racers.
If you can't tell by the look on our faces, we're totally moved by your story.
He will feel
physically stopped. Slayer will finish his attempted swing.
We actually
Slayer,
left
go
his.
ahead.
Mike there.
We actually did we not leave his coin purse?
I think we took it, honestly.
Yeah, if I remember correctly,
Did somebody take it?
y'all took his backpack.
Well, we left him his food and everything.
A significant portion of his food got left. Y'all took his cool ass backpack. Y'all took a bunch of his cool shit, his money.
Yeah, the haversack is still on my back. I am wearing that thing. Like, it is...
Akira didn't take any of that stuff. I don't recall that.
Oh no, Alec did.
Oh,
It's
Alec
Nicholas
did.
as well.
Alec took the haversack and the things that were in it, and also I think the coin purse was also in there, and then also his cool dagger, which I actually am currently in possession of.
Damn,
it's-
you're like, you got like his whole shit.
Yeah,
I do. Like,
The dagger
I'm not
wasn't
the one who
magical.
took everything. I am,
It's
however, the one
it's
in
not
possession
magical.
of it.
It's just pretty. It looks like something that somebody would have stolen off of a shelf if they saw it laying on a shelf.
Oh, dude, you took his drip.
Slayer, go ahead while he's freaking out, crying, calling out.
Yeah, like I said, unless physically stopped, I'm gonna finish my swing with him in hand, and I would say this is reckless at this point, especially since he is like.
Go ahead and make this an athletic.
Akira,
Okay.
as you go to slam him, Akira's gonna wrap their tail around his legs, so to soften his fall.
Okay.
Because this is we need him alive. So.
Yeah.
All right, Akira.
13. The dice said 13.
Yes, the dice have told you 13.
I have spoken.
Yes, I have spoken. So as you're about to just throw him into the wall behind you,
Yeah.
you essentially you do, but like as you throw him into the wall, he like braces himself and kind of stops himself from being just obliterated into the wall, and partially by his own arm, partially by Akira's tail kind of like wrapping around his feet and like stopping him from getting just obliterated entirely. Basically, he basically like throws his hand up to like, if you're a professional at falling, you try and keep your head from hitting where your body's going.
Mm-hmm.
He basically catches his head, and Akira catches kind of the rest of the body weight from going through the wall. And I mean, to illustrate it on map, essentially, he just didn't go through that wall. So he's just like slammed against the wall, and I told you everything I know. I told you everything I know. The rest of these people have my money. I just want the rest of the money. I have the money. Some of it.
Can
I spent some of
Luca
it.
be there yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
I'm
have
sure.
time to close in.
Yeah, you're probably. Just so I'm clear, did Akira say anything to Slayer, or think anything to Slayer either, or just grab the tail? Because like otherwise,
I did the tail grab, and I say, we need him alive.
Okay.
But I say it in giant to you. I say it in giant.
Okay. So then he definitely kind of like he's like got a fist raised because he's about to like start pounding it, and he like stops as soon as he.
I don't quite want to. I don't quite want to go out to that door yet.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, they're doing that. That room's super crowded, and this guy's screaming. Luca's going to look around for the chest because I was told that the dwarf opted to keep it.
All right.
So I'm looking around for
Oh,
the
yeah.
chest to see if it's visible in here.
In
And
this
if
room,
not,
in this room, no.
and I will check this room in front of me that no one's in.
All right.
Perfect.
So, as you open this room, a study is presented to you, and you know, you've seen this guy out in action. This is certainly not his. There are books on alchemy, books on like, you know, intro to mechanical engineering, like that kind of stuff. But
Definitely not his house.
as you had been told before, he wasn't hiding out in his own house. He was hiding out in somebody else's.
Yes.
But if you're looking about, it is plain to see on the far table. I didn't actually open the. Didn't actually reveal it, did I? There we go.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
That's nice.
As you look over on this far table, a very familiar, well-crafted chest has next to it on the table series of what you can tell are screwdrivers and bits of metal that he basically, it looks like he was trying to work it.
All right.
May have done a really bad job of doing it.
I'm gonna walk over and open it with the key and see if it's still got my contents in it.
So going over, go ahead and this is going to be a dexterity check with the key, because like as you pull out the pieces. You pull out these pieces of stuff that he was using as very rudimentary thievery tools. So we're gonna see if that lock do what a lock is supposed to do.
I'll roll my dexterity check.
It's not gonna be super hard, but there's a chance of failure.
All right. Let's see what I rolled. Not great, but
You want to use your Fey luck?
yeah, this time I will take that D4.
Right.
Yeah, we'll take that D4
Seriously.
and we'll add it.
Oh, with a 12 is good. So you take the key, you put it in there, and you feel that resistance of
Crunch.
oh yeah, of like, oh fuck, this fucking guy. And you jiggle it around, and you feel whatever it was that was jammed in there fall loose and like tink tink into the box from the lock mechanism, and you feel it come loose, and the key click and turns all the way around. And as you open it up, there is a kind of like oddly fucked up, bent, kind of thin piece of metal that has dropped into the box from the underside of the lock mechanism, but the rest of your shit's in there.
Okay.
He did not succeed.
Yeah,
Then
he
in
was
that
not able to
case-
get that open.
In that case, I will grab the small bag that has the rest of my gold that was in the chest in it, and I will add it to my backpack. And I'll pick the chest up and walk around back to the other door. Just walk right back up here to this entry.
And can we say I've probably just like got him as high as I can on the wall, just like
Oh
the shirt.
yeah. You basically got him up, and your big hand, his two small wrists, just up.
Alec is gonna just walk on over to where he's got him pinned up there. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk over there and just like say, I came here to do one thing and one thing only. Now, are you gonna tell me if this is a fake beard or not before I try and tug on this? Because it's gonna hurt like a son of a bitch if you let me do this.
Nicole, I'm already trying to rip it off my face.
Is this a fake? You listen. Last time I saw you, you did not have this much hair, and it's only been a few days. I know you're a dwarf, but that is quick for a dwarf. So, you want me to do it gently, or you want me to do it kindly?
I have a hat. Have a hat, and it lets me change how I look sometimes.
Oh, and so I'm gonna like. Is he wearing the hat right now or
He's
not?
not wearing the hat right now. He like
Oh,
like
okay.
y'all passed on the way in, and you know it wasn't important, so I didn't point it out because he didn't go for his shit. There is a backpack next to the fire that looks like it's loaded up with stuff.
Okay.
And not like the backpack's loaded up with a bunch of gear, but also next to it there are 2 short swords sheathed on the ground, a set of studded leathers, a short bow, and a quiver of arrows. He actually looks in nicer clothes than you saw him before. You can tell, as Akira so very politely pointed out, y'all took this man's drip, so he tried to find some more.
Got it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out that really pretty dagger of his.
Mhm.
I am going to make sure he sees what I'm holding in my hand. I'm gonna take a really good clump of his beard in my hand to go, all right, you're being honest, so I'll go ahead and do it the nice way. But I came here to do one thing only. And I start to just use that dagger to like slowly but surely cut his beard off his face. Like I am taking this man's beard.
Little did we know that this
I am-
episode was going to be secretly Sice dupe.
It's dupe, indeed.
Size dupe.
Hey,
Indeed.
sometimes Alec dips into the size stoop. I'm like, yeah, you were honest, so we're doing this the kind way. So I start to cut off, and I'm not doing it evenly. I'm cutting off a chunk here and there. I am making sure this is a scraggly beard.
Okay. Like you could tell he's waiting for that dagger to accidentally slip. He's being held against the wall and everything.
And I'll say, okay, and I'll get a chunk here, I'll get a chunk here, whatever. I'm making it random. I'm making sure it's an ugly beard. And so whenever I'm done, I'm like, I look at the clump in my hand and I go, all right. Quick question. What are you gonna do once we get everything all settled here with everything?
I mean,
Make sure you answer correctly.
what do you mean? I was
You
just
can see a healer.
I was having a meal before I went back.
No. I did not ask what you were doing. I'm asking what you are going to do once we are done here.
I'm probably gonna go to the Air Foundry. I'm gonna go and ask him to fix me the fucking arm.
Okay, that's fine. But after you're all healed up and after we're all done with our exchange, we're not gonna go over that right now. But whenever you get back to whatever life you had before, what are you gonna do?
I was just gonna travel, man. That's what I was doing before.
Oh, you were gonna do what you were doing before. I take it and I stab it into his already damaged arm, and I go, "What was that?"
Akira is going to say to everybody one by one, individually, telepathically, I think we've scared him enough.
And shanking, like basically pinning his arm to the wall. He just he shrieks. I don't even know you, man.
I'm actually going to
go back onto the road, and you're not
stand
go do
between
that
Alec
stuff.
and him now.
You know, before-
That was a bit much. Like Akira's gonna give you that look like you've
I'm
stepped in
aware.
the line.
Alec is in a new beast level right now. So he is.
It's a really good thing Eredrin's outside.
Yeah, Akira's gonna stand between the two of you and direct a very stern "no more" inside of Alex's head.
Luca's gonna kind of pop his head in and just, are you done with him?
Please.
Do you think that's enough?
I'm going.
So Alec's gonna look up at him and kind of look up and kind of look over at Akira and just go, all right, I guess he got the message. And then I'm gonna probably take my clump of hair, stuff in my pocket. I'm gonna walk away.
And I would like to do a medicine roll to I'm gonna tear part of my gi and wrap his arm.
As
Right.
Alec walks out, Luca's gonna kind of pat him on the back because he heard the majority of that whole exchange, and just, I think that was about fair.
All right, Akira, go ahead and roll a medicine roll.
And to do 20 and plus 3 16 to patch
nice.
try and patch that arm a little bit. This is
That's
just,
really nice.
Oh yeah, and so like tearing off a part of it, that nice purple that you've got, and just cutting off a quick slice of it, and you have that moment of like pulling out a blade, and and then you cut it off and sheath it back. He kind of peeks as you grab his arm, and you feel that like that defeated attempt to pull away, like he is trying to resist you, but currently knows that he's got nothing, and you start to basically tourniquet up above the wound in his arm, and pull it tight, and the bleeding starts to slow pretty quick. You're the nicest witch I've ever met.
Akira is going to just give them a very sarcastic look, and just make sure that the bandage job is good, and just walk away from them.
As Akira walks out, Slayer still having him fucking pinned to the wall.
Yep.
Can I go now?
So, we're just gonna let this man go after we just done tossed him around his house.
Hold on, Slayer. Can I talk to him for a minute?
We did toss him around his house.
We're not letting this guy go. We got to trade him in.
Can I
I
talk?
was just, I thought we wanted to take him to what's his name? Yeah, if you want to talk
Hold
to
on,
him, you
hold
can.
on. Yes, can I talk to him just one-on-one for a minute? Would you mind waiting outside?
Can you refill this?
Yeah, you just
Oh, I suppose.
like a beauty.
Kind of just like drop him.
Luca closes the door
And he just
and turns towards
he
him.
just slinks into the corner, like doesn't even or against the wall, kind of between the bed and the wall. He's definitely just cradling his arm and just looking up at you, bleeding
Lucas-
onto his very nice clothes.
Lucas sets the chest down on the bed for a moment.
I sure what this is about. What did you have in there, anyways?
No, it's not what it was about. I think my companions misunderstand the situation a little bit. So, we found our horses in the woods. You brought them back to Huppaduke.
Huh?
I can see
I'd
the
answer-
kindness. I can see
Answer
the
the
kindness
big
in that.
motherfucker's questions too. He's scary.
Please, I'm not going to hurt you.
Okay.
In fact, let's start this off right. Luca's going to walk over, pull out the lute, or pull out the Saturn, and he'll play just a couple of strings, and I'm going to actually use Cure Wounds on him to fix the damage that was done to his arm,
Shit.
and I'll go ahead and throw that roll out. I actually rolled max on that, so that's going to be 12.
Oh, hella.
So that's really cool.
That puts him damn near top.
All right. So I just want to
about two-thirds healthy.
I just want to talk. See,
and
so here's the
as you pluck it just real quick, and the gash in his arm just kind of seals up, and like some of the splinters in like from the chair start to kind of work their way out. He's got a little bit more, still bleeding from the nose a little bit, but like he starts to just kind of like his breathing starts to steady a little bit, just like so suddenly no longer on death's door, and he starts kind of like loosening the not Akira tied on his arm, just to kind of like shimmy it down to a part of his arm where no longer a tourniquet, more of almost a fashion statement, which puts it down to about, you know, the instead of up here, it's, you know, down about here.
Right.
Almost a bracelet. Go ahead.
All right. Is that a better place to talk?
But he's still shook as fuck. Like he's still curled up there and just looking up at you. Just.
All right. So
it's a real kindness, mate. Real kindness.
Well, here's the thing. The man that you sold the cart and horses to, he's really bad news. And if I want to get our property back, the deal would be that I would have to give you to him. And I'm pretty sure
like,
you and
like
I both know.
You immediately see him like glance over towards the window, but like none of his muscles tighten. He's just.
Well, you and I both know that if I did that, I don't know that you'd survive the ordeal, and I'm going to be honest with you. A cart and some horses isn't worth anyone's life. Are you okay financially? Do you have enough gold left that you can move on with your life?
You got a little bit of cash. I'm
not asking for specifics. Just do you have enough that you'll be all right? If we walk away right now, and let you be, will you be okay?
Assuming Praxis told you where to live, I'm probably gonna sell a house now, but sell the house.
Here's the difference. Whether or not Praxis gives a damn about you or where you stay depended entirely on whether or not we were willing to push this issue. And I'm going to convince the rest of them not to push this issue. You might still want to consider moving.
Oh no! I'm name of my sister. She died while I was traveling. I was coming into sort of affairs after I found out. That's part of why I sold the horses, because I needed to settle some shit.
All right. So if we walk away, are you gonna be okay?
No, they'll fucking disappear, man.
I don't want you to have to disappear, but I don't want you to get hurt either. I'm sorry for everything that's happened here.
Get back on the road. Just making a buck traveling, man.
Luca's going to reach into his vest pocket and pull out a single coin and just flick it to him. It is a platinum.
Fully expecting it to be an electrum.
It is a platinum. I will take that out of my inventory.
I will put it in his.
Yep. If it lets me remove it.
Right.
Okay, yeah, good. Hold on. Oh, I think it's because it was in the chest. So, where is
yes,
it?
you can. Yeah, you can go to the chest.
Oh, there it
and
is.
Remove
There.
it from the chest.
No, it's
Yeah.
actually in my backpack. I have to actively remove it from the right container.
Right.
So confusing. Containers are worth it, but very confusing.
Thanks, D&D Beyond.
I actually love that they do
Appreciate it.
containers. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but a little confusing.
Right. All right. We got it.
All right, you take that. That's enough to get you moving. If I run into you on the road again, we're friends, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll keep it that way. I'm sorry. Thank you for taking care of the horses.
He reaches a hand up. He could tell that you're stacked, and so he's looking for a hand up. Also, to kind of shake your hand.
Yeah, sure. I'll help him out, and I'll let him stand up.
And as he pulls, as you pull him up, yeah. And yes, if we're friends, you should probably know I'm as Wolf Cinnarid.
Can I get that in like text chat, maybe?
You can get that in a text chat.
Anytime we have fancy names, we need it in chat.
Or maybe it's because I'm used to. Sean can tell you, playing in any of my brother's Pathfinder games, names are a thing.
He. My name's Wolf Cinnarid, but people know me as Adkis. There, So it just casually call me Adkis, but just so you know who I am.
And I'm Luca.
Nice to meet you, Luca. Kind of stands up. He's kind of reeling from the blood loss and then sudden kind of regeneration, and just kind of hold himself against the wall.
All right. You might want to stay in here for just a minute.
Yeah. And he just kind of like sits down on the bed.
I've got a plan, but I've got to talk it out with them. They're not happy, but I'll do what I can.
Whatever makes you all happy. Yeah.
And Luca's gonna walk out of the room, close the door, and look out at the rest of the party that's sitting in the room here.
Real quick, and before you do that, while you window, because Akira went outside, so there's a window that leads into the bedroom where we all were.
Mm-hmm.
Akira is going to peek their head inside and see the dwarf that we had the altercation with.
Yeah, the window is one of those kind of two-tiered slide up windows, and as you go to move it, it is loose. That one is also unlatched. So like just kind of a quick slide up. You hear that little bit of a yip of surprise from him because, well, he's not super perceptive. And you slide it up, and he like looks as you poke your head through the curtains.
And I am out. I apologize. I'm going to say to him aloud, I apologize for scaring you. And then I'm going to walk away.
There's a very quizzical look on his face as you pull back out and walk away.
What are these people?
I know, right?
Luca, as you walk out of the room, like, and give me a stack of PHBs. I'll swear on all of them, but I had no intention. This is like I had been thinking for a while, and like something I hadn't addressed at all. But you had said it, and I swear it's not metagame knowledge. As you come out of the room, he's gonna look at you and just kind of go, "Hey, Luca. So listen, if we go turn this guy over to that whoever, he's for sure gonna kill him. We can't do that, can we?"
Completely agree with you. I completely agree.
You stole your stuff,
this
though.
guy's
It
been
doesn't
through-
make any sense.
What'd you say?
In a sort of speaking, yes, but the situation's not as simple as that. We were stuck in the Feywild for 5 days. The horses were wandering without food. He found them, fed them, brought them back to Huppaduke, and the story's complicated from there, but in a way, there's a kindness in what he did. It's chest that I got in there. What the rest of you didn't know is there's enough gold in it that we can buy 2 new ponies. We could buy a new car.
Well, I'm not sure that Erdrin or Akira is going to be okay with us letting Foreman Function go like that.
Well, Foreman Function are horses. Horses, just like most other farm animals, are tools. They have some sentimental value, but they have sentimental value, but I'm not going to ask a man to die for a horse.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, sure would be a shame if those horses, maybe not even the wagon, maybe just the horses, just
you don't
end
want
up missing from that stable.
You don't want the trouble that comes with that. When I tell you,
Brandor has been listening in on this, and he interrupts and steps inside. He says, "You know, I feel like rather than trying to find a way to contain this person's chaotic effect, what if we put him to use?"
What you got in mind?
I mean, encouragement goes a lot farther than punishment, and...
Well, unfortunately, we already took that step. The man's terrified.
Well, that's true. That's true. But he's now a lot more inclined to agree to a request to maybe, instead of just claiming the belongings that we can't always keep an eye on, maybe he can be the one responsible for watching it.
You talking about employing
like bring him with us?
He needs to disappear. That was his words.
So you want to employ him?
It's an option.
I can't guarantee that he'd agree. I mean, after all, I saw the state he was in. It took real magic to fix that. And it's going to take a lot more than a little magic to fix what it does up here.
That's true.
I don't know if traveling with us will make him feel safe. I like the idea, I really do. I just don't know if he'd be able to do it.
We go into dangerous places often, and those places never allow for a horse and cart.
Oh, Brendo, you are completely correct. I mean, I can ask him, but I can't guarantee that he'll say yes. I mean,
you guys know what's going on here a lot better than I do, and that's obvious because I've been missing for so long and not exactly fully functioning yet. But if his trustworthiness is a problem, maybe we can give him a reason to be trustworthy.
Yeah, well,
I don't think that he's as dishonest as everyone might have thought.
He seems to just be desperate to get by, and we can alleviate that.
With that, Alex,
I didn't give much thought to his character. I just thought we wanted him to get your guys' stuff back.
Fair enough.
Slayer.
But yeah, Alex kind of looks at Luke.
It's just that sometimes life is a bit more complicated than that. Yeah, that was originally the plan, but the more I think about it, the more I realize I know more about who Praxis is now. And I'm going to tell you that what Praxis would do to a man in a situation like that could be worse than death. And any deal that we make with someone like Praxis could very well come back to harm us as well. So maybe it's in our best interest to just let that go. If he'll come with us, then great. Employment and a way to get out. That's what he's looking for. But he'll be a little bit scared of the most of you.
I'm just gonna look at Luca and be like,
listen, this guy would sit on the side of the road and he would basically take advantage of people that were beneath him.
Did little tricks and asked for money. That's not really
highway
as
robbery.
bad. he wasn't robbing anyone. If someone was willing to pay for it, I mean, he was tricking people, sure, but that's not quite as bad. It's
I don't
it's
like
not,
it when people trick me.
it's not a good living, but it's a living. If he comes with us, he could sit and guard the carriage, take care of the horses. We'll just have to see if he's willing to do so, though. The only one who can really tell for sure is him. Besides, after I buy new horses and a cart, I'm pretty well tapped.
Well, on that subject, I wouldn't be comfortable with you once again making the purchase yourself. I wouldn't agree to that.
Well, it's because if we're not going to follow the original deal, then someone has to pay up for it, and since, I'm the one deciding to, well, I guess I'm not the only one here with a bigger conscience, because it seems like several of you are feeling the same way. So.
Well, I haven't really gone through my stuff, so I don't know what I've got now that we're back. But if I have anything, it's free to give.
All right, then the two we really need to talk to then are going to be Arija and Akira. But
I will real quick look over at Luca and just kind of give like a knowing look of like,
I mean, it would be really wild if Praxis himself were to walk in there and personally escort the horses out.
and just kind of give him like a, what's up.
That'd be wild, but he knows my first name, and he knows what I look like. And that's as sure as death warrant. I mean, I know we can do a lot of amazing things with magic, but I'm telling you that this man is not someone that we want to have any history with, if possible. Praxis is a very dangerous man.
Hey, speaking of magic, y'all, there's a hat in here that apparently does disguise self at some point.
That belongs,
keep an eye out for that.
That belongs to Agus, right? I heard him mentioning it at the end there. It does. It belongs to the dwarf. It's his.
Oh, you got his name?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of the things he blubbered out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was in the room with him by himself, so I didn't hear that part.
Oh no, I meant the hat thing. He said it very loudly. Luca was there for that.
That's while he was held against the wall and very.
Yeah. That's what I knew, and I didn't know his name.
It was right before he admitted he peed.
Yeah, I peed a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I don't blame the dude.
As y'all are talking, he actually opens the door behind you, Luca.
Oh, yeah.
And holds up the platinum piece that you flicked at him. I mean, I've got 15 other gold over there in that sack too. I'll send 25 or the cart and horse if that's what you're wanting to do.
Luca would kind of do the slow turn and just... You'll be needing work that takes you out of the city, right?
He's gonna sell the house. He's gonna have more gold than that.
That's probably true, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have more to contribute.
I mean, Slayer didn't hear that, so like that's. But
Oh well, okay.
But what I'm saying
Jeremy,
is,
I should confirm with you real quick, just on an out of character. Did Brandor lose any of his possessions during his?
Did not. He did not. His possessions, as they are on your character sheet, are purposefully on your character sheet.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Because yeah, Luca and Brandor both got a pretty hefty payment from Fisher. So, Luca would look back at him and just say, "Well, at least two of my companions have fielded the idea that we often end up in dangerous places, and we could actually use someone to look after the horses so that something like this doesn't happen again.
No, I'm not entirely helpless either. I if y'all didn't catch me with my armor off, I might have given you a run for your money.
Well, if you're looking for a job that takes you out of the city, we could actually use an extra person. We'll pay you for your time on the road. It's a good way to get away from here.
Normally, I don't even get. I mean, you all know about how successful my endeavors were on the road. Just exchange information and all that. Not hurt nobody. Pretty good in a pinch if trying to sneak about or need to climb up somewhere. I can get up to hard to reach places.
Right. Well, then, if that's
really pretty handy, if I do say so myself. Get big if I really need to.
Interesting.
And there's a moment like he says that, and then kind of like pops his neck back and forth, and but he stops himself right before he does it. It'd be a little bit on level with big in there.
That's interesting.
I do it all the time, but
how is it that you do that? That's incredible.
No. Got a certain age and all of a sudden got will to do it. I'm real big.
Interesting. Well, I've still got to talk with Akira and Narajan. They're the two that are perhaps the most angry about this, so let me see if they're willing to accept my altered version of this deal. And if they are, I think we could use someone helping us out, taking care of the horses and everything. Like I said, we'll pay you for your time on the road.
Cool. Mind if I? And he starts to kind of push by, and he actually puts the coin back in your claw, and just kind of very politely makes his way back towards the fireplace where his stuff is, and he actually starts like putting on the leather armor over his shirt, and starts getting himself ready.
All right. Luca looks around at everyone in here and so I'm gonna go try to talk this out with Akira and Narajan then.
Slayer just kind of shrugs.
Oh, don't worry, Slayer. There'll be more gold to find.
No, I mean not like disappointed. He's just like I'm like okay. Like
I know. It kind of worked out in a confusing way. So,
well, technically, I don't think any gold was promised for him, like finding this guy again and like helping you guys. Like he just offered,
right?
So,
I mean, the gold was just for finding the cart.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was the only gold he was ever promised.
So.
Yeah, exactly. That was the only gold he was promised, and he received it. And the rest has just been like, well, I mean, we'll help out.
I'm here, so.
That's a bummer. I wish Ro were here for this part.
I have at least some of Ro's argument good to go for engaging this, but
all right. So Luca walks out, kind of looks around to see if there are people gathered.
There's a few people looking, and you can tell that like the law firm of Eridrin and Eridrin, are kind of like they're just kind of like sit or like leaning against the wall, and just kind of like looking back and forth, kind of giving these nods of like you can go back to your business, like trying to make themselves yeah trying to just kind of keep that official lookingness to it, where basically if you look like you belong 90% of the time you belong.
All right. So Luca steps out, just kind of looks around for a moment, and looks towards Akira and Eridrin. All right, so there may be a slight change of plans.
Oh, really?
But here's the thing. I learned something more about Praxis, the man that the cart and horses were sold to. If we give this man over to Praxis, he will die.
He stole our shit.
He found Foreman. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Akira is actually going to voice this aloud. He found our abandoned stuff.
And Luca will pick that up as well, just after 5 days of us wandering in the Feywilds, which to us it didn't feel like 5 days, and I know that you two don't remember. We spent an afternoon in the Feywilds saving Brandor. And when we came back through to the other side, 5 days had passed. So Foreman Function had been wandering with the cart for 5 days without food or water. And he found them in the woods, brought them back here. The sister, you know, the sister that was mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
Luca points to the sign that says sickness. Notice there's no sister in here.
Akira just stares at you, just listening.
He sold the cart and horses to pay for her death and funeral arrangements. Life's not simple. We've all got problems.
Upon hearing that Akira is... Then we get new horses to replace Fisher's. This man does not need to die for trying to take care of his family.
About that, I voiced a suggestion, and Brandor seemed in agreement, and Brandor is willing to help me purchase new horses. The chest.
What if the other part of deal was we just give him money. How much was it?
If we wanted to pay for the cart and horses, or is that what you mean?
Yeah, just
It was like an absurd amount.
Oh, Praxis's price back was so absurd that
No, I actually, like, out of character, guys, pretty sure it was actually a deal.
no. Oh God, no. No.
Was it
I
like
could buy-
275?
Yes, I could buy a cart for 15 gold and 2 horses or 2 ponies for 60. Like,
those ones are actually like they're
Workhorses.
yeah they're
Like, they were
they're-
nice horses.
workhorses aren't riding horses.
No, these ones are like war horse. They're like big big boys.
Warhorse, Warhorse, according to the book, that's 400 gold pieces. That's like trained for war.
Yeah, because they're fast.
I didn't think
and strong.
I didn't think that Fisher's horses were trained for war.
Oh, okay, so no.
It's like his horses are like draft horses. They cost 50 gold each.
Because I remember him giving us, it was giving you, because I wasn't there. Technically, Slayer wasn't there, but I remember it being like a deal. Like it was like 75 gold short of what it would have been, or something like.
No, it was terribly expensive.
No, they're big horse. They're big and strong horses. As far as like
They're like Clydesdales, right?
Yeah. Like temperament wise, they might not be like trained for war, quote unquote. But so they'd be basically half the price of a war horse, normally, as far as like training wise goes.
Well, because a war horse, horse and a draft horse. A war horse and a draft horse are almost the same animal. They weigh the same amount. The difference is that one costs 50 gold and moves 40 feet, and the other costs 400 gold and moves 60 feet.
Yeah.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, the horses that we were riding were only moving 40 feet. That's why they were moving 30 because they were towing a cart. Right.
They were towing a cart.
Okay, yeah. Because like I'm looking here, like I'm looking at the prices, and like what they sound like, what Fisher's horses sound like to me is like a draft horse, but
they're big. They work. These ones are made for. They have the hardiness to go long distance, rather than a draft horse that would be basically like walking around in a circle at a mill.
Right. So like even at half the price, because they're not trained for war or whatever, that's 200 gold a piece. So that's a grand total of 400 gold plus the cart, and he was offering us 275.
Yeah, he was offering you
275. That is a deal.
Yeah, but we actually
they're worth.
I don't know that we could actually put together that amount. But like draft horses are 50 gold. That's achievable. A cart's 15 gold. That's achievable.
Totally.
I mean, what he's asking is still, I think, more than we can afford. So,
and that's an entirely different issue. But I wanted to be clear that like he was definitely offering us a deal on the comparative worth of what we lost versus the price of like we could go get a new cart for dirt cheap with some ponies. We could
also like in the future work towards trying to invest in, paying Fisher back. But here's the thing: bad things sometimes happen on the road.
So true.
Like sometimes bad things happen on the road. So,
all right.
Well, we can probably get horses, but they might not be of the same quality as Form and Function. Form and Function are really sturdy horses, but we can at least get draft horses, or maybe even if there's enough gold to put together, we could probably even get riding horses. They're at least as quick. But
Here is torn because form and function aren't just, and I had to remember this, and I'm sorry about Akira's kind of stance earlier. That would be incorrect, because for Akira, form and function are family. They grew up with form and function, so for
That's
them,
what I was kind of thinking.
for them, it's not as simple as you just replace you. These just aren't workhorses to Akira,
right?
And
so.
Also, Luca, we may not know how much this house is worth, but you are the one with the knowledge that he's planning on selling this house. So if he were to join us and sell this house, like who knows how much gold that will get him to potentially help us. He already offered 25 gold.
He did offer,
like,
he offered that for now and said he might have more that he can contribute.
Right.
Well, why don't we talk with him? His name is Adkis. And he's also offered to help pay. I mean, if we can come up with the money, we can try to get them back. How about we come inside? And let's all compare and see what we can come up with. If we've got enough, we'll go to Praxis and we'll just buy them back.
Yeah.
Akira nods.
I've got a lot of silver like a lot of silver I made. I still have like 100 gold worth of silver. So if 103 total of these silver ingots. So if
I've got plenty of gold left over from just I haven't really had much of supplies to purchase recently, so
yeah, so
willing to.
So you know the smash through door with the hanging these sideways hanging sign on it, walk through and
Leave the shadow outside.
yeah, and Eredrin basically kind of displays for a second that basically he can like and flip places with the shadow even if it's out of sight, and yes, go out there and talk to people if we need to.
All right, everyone. So here's the plan then. Let's compare wallets and find out if we can come up with, what was it, 275 practice study you wanted for the horses and carrot and cart back?
I've got 75.
All right.
Oh, I've got 28, and he reaches into his bag and he pulls out those hag orbs that he had.
To be completely frank with
shiny
you,
orbs.
to be completely frank with you, Demarin, it's not actually your problem. So I'm not going to ask you to give up any of your gold. All right. But we would love it if you would continue to travel with us, especially after seeing your displays of strength and bravery.
And you see Adkis just kind of like look up as he's just kind of like strapping the last of that strap on the strap of the leather armor.
Strap on.
Oh yeah, I heard myself say it.
You said strap on. You can't take that back.
I was gonna let it go, but everybody else didn't. So
so he straps the last of his studded leather on. And then hearing that impressive display of strength and bravery, he just kind of rolls his left shoulder, like you could tell there's a little bit of like crackling in it, where it's just like fucking yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask you to give up your gold.
But I did find these
especially
orbs. I mean, you guys helped me kill those hags. These are as much yours as they are mine.
I'm gonna
They
be
look shiny.
completely honest with you. I don't necessarily know the value.
They're shiny. They must be valuable.
Blackbird,
Yes.
is there any chance you might know what those are worth? You seem to be the most adept at magic.
Should I roll for wisdom?
Do you have? Are you educated in the Arcana?
Ooh, good point. Yeah, I got +2.
Yeah,
it
you
is.
Maybe I can assist.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got a half proficiency.
Doomarin is what?
Is proficient in Arcana.
Are you shitting me?
Bless.
I love you. I love you. You build a barbarian and get Arcana. I love you.
That's the
one of
best.
these things
Cast
just
iron
doesn't
and
belong.
mage armor.
I just absolutely love that.
Prove
That's
that.
that's just so great.
So
All right.
So utilizing advantage from Doomarin and a +1 via the half proficient bard. Go ahead and rock an Arcana check.
Yeah, it gives me a +1 to my Arcana.
I've
because I have a
got
minus to my intelligence.
Oh,
21.
wow.
We're gonna do
20
great.
22.
Wow.
It's better. So, I mean, technically, you could roll again just to see if you get that
Yeah,
natural.
you might
20,
get that
but,
20.
but still, a 22 is still a 22.
That's true.
Let's see if you get that 20.
Let's.
That was advantage.
Doesn't hurt.
Roll dice. It's true.
Do it.
Rose rolled. Oh, that was not.
No,
That's
okay.
okay. It's
That's
okay.
okay.
It was a gamble that had no risk.
That's true.
You can only do better right now.
Sounds
So,
right.
with that, you are able to just kind of looking it over and kind of rolling it over, kind of realize that, like, staring into the little bit of storm, little bit of cloudiness on the inside, if you focus hard enough, you can kind of see glyphs through it, where it's like on the far side of the reflection on the inside of this orb, and kind of looking around, looking close, getting it real close to the lenses on your mask. You kind of like look through them, and looking through and focusing in. Which one do you hand her first, Slayer, of the orbs?
Let me look at the orbs again, because I know there's 2 different ones.
Orange and pink, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I would hand them the pink one.
All right. So looking through the pink one,
First in my inventory.
nailed it.
Fair.
Got it. Looking through that one, as you're looking, depending on who you look at through it, it's the vision clarifies a little bit as it gets close to your eye, and looking through it, looks like basically every 2 people that you look at, it jumps from person to person, and to you it looks like vines suddenly shoot out of the ground and grab onto and wrap around these people, and you have it's like this little glimpse into the future of, like, if you focus the rest of the way through, like a person, one of them is gonna get grabbed and struggling against these vines, and then struggling and then suddenly paralyzing. Which your arcane understanding is a 3rd level person spell held within this orb.
Okay.
And respecting the high roll, the other one, as you look through the orange cloud, it there's a spectrum of possibility as you look through, and it is more of a it looks like all manner of harmful things could be levied on whomever you're focusing it on. Nasty boils, or like their arm kind of twisting wrong, or something. This looks like you might be able to use it to bestow a curse on somebody. A much stronger version of hex, essentially, but the spell is in fact bestow curse.
Horrifying. Okay. So Blackbird's looking through these and immediately just feels really uncomfortable. And they take them away from their eyes and they say, these objects seem very powerful, and it's possible. Huh?
Or are they magic?
Yes, they're magical. They could harbor a curse. I would say they're probably worth a pretty penny to someone who's not magical at all.
Well, then there you go. Told you. shiny, worth something.
If we could find a market for them, I'm going to be honest with you, there's a good chance they might net us quite a bit towards it. I'd rather sell it in the market than offer them to Praxis, just to be clear. Praxis is a very bad man.
All right,
Would
then.
agree.
That's fine by me. But,
I've got about 90 gold that I could contribute myself. And I have to add back that platinum.
Adkis kind of slaps down on the table. Not to correct you, sir. It's you have approximately like 105 gold contribute, and he pulls his hand up and has laid down 15 gold pieces.
Well, there's
What's the total that we need?
275.
And what are we at?
That's a good question. I've got 105 on the table.
That's it. And I go through my stuff. I'm like, well, I've got a decent amount here, so I can.
Brando, how much
Here.
did you say you had?
I've got 75 gold.
Is that all you've got? Like, maybe you should leave yourself some.
That's all I've got, but honestly, I don't really need much.
No.
I have what I need.
Right, you know,
Well, leave
Brando,
yourself
Don't worry
some.
about that.
Akira
Do yourself
empties.
some.
Akira empties their pockets to the sum total of. Looks like I, for some reason, have 26 gold. That's an odd number, but okay.
I go through my coin purse for a bit, and I put down 75 gold pieces. 75.
Wait,
That should-
is that right?
That leaves
Good chunk.
us needing
I
65, unless I'm bad at math, which is possible.
I look at Luca, and then I put a hand on his shoulder and I say, "May not have personal stake, but you lot seem like you need protecting, and I would like to travel with you. You in particular remind me of dear old Jimothy, where you get knocked down and get back up again."
I love it.
And then he looks like genuinely mournful for a second, like almost a tear comes to his eye, and he's like, "Poor Timothy, we should go back up again." And then he shakes himself and he takes out his pouch of gold and puts, all of it, the 28 gold, on the table as well.
Actually, here's the cool part. You can keep 8 of it. We only need 20.
Then
With the 105 that Lucas got, the 75 from Alec, and you said Brandor said 75 as well?
75 for Brandor. There's things that he could sell, but I wouldn't get as much.
Right.
And if we get 20 from Slayer?
Yep.
And that's without Erigen or Akira.
Right, Blackbird also hasn't contributed yet either.
Eridrin actually actively only has silver,
Yeah,
silver bars.
he keeps silver specifically so that he can use it to craft stuff.
Yeah.
I get
Oh,
that.
right, yeah.
But that right there that's 275 with just Luca, Alec, Brandor, and Slayer. We've got the 275. We can go on that.
Well,
All
then
right.
we can still sell those orbs, and we'll make some gold back, and be in a better position than we were before.
As an aside, 275. I suddenly Jerry remembers last session. No.
Oh no.
No. Specifically, you gave him that gift of the alcohol that he was drinking.
The wine, yeah.
Oh,
The
that's
last
right.
bottle. He lowered
right.
the price. He lowered the price to 250.
250?
Oh,
Oh,
All right.
well then we can actually, we don't have to worry about Slayer then, or we can all kind of collectively take back a little bit of gold.
I think everybody else
we
should
got-
collectively take back a little bit of gold so that
Everybody take back 5 gold.
Sure.
Everybody take back 5 gold, and that still leaves us at 255. So we're 5 over. So I guess everybody take back
Did
6.
you give Adkis? You count Adkis in that?
Adkis was wrapped into mine.
Mhm.
Because I was
so-
putting
so-
down 90 and he gave us an extra 15.
So then maybe give him another 5 if we have an extra.
We'll give
5.
him that other 5 then.
Yeah.
And that'll put us right back at 250. Perfect.
All right.
He'll take it. Or, he's getting used to this idea of like, I'm just busted in on his shit, and now y'all are like making deals, and he's like, he's just all right.
And he's at the table.
He's at the table. He just slides it back.
It's been a weird day for him.
All right then.
If you ask him later, not his strangest morning.
I believe it.
All right then. All right, I'll go talk to Praxis. Alec, would you mind coming with me?
I would not mind getting a good look at this Praxis guy. I'm gonna give him kind of a wink. I still haven't seen him, and I cannot do my
Luca
thing.
definitely has the ulterior motive of letting you see him, but also because Alec has this unique ability, and Luca knows it. Alec can look less imposing than he actually is.
Yeah.
And that's good because we don't want to appear as a threat, but I also don't want to walk around with all that gold without anybody else there with me.
Valid point.
And I don't want to take the whole party in for this endeavor. I'm going to go buy them back. And that way we won't have any trouble with Praxis.
I will say before we head out, we're getting everything squared away. I'll look over at Adkis, as I'm learning his name and everything. I'll just kind of you say like, hey, come along with, yeah, I'll go. So, you're tagging along with us then?
Actually,
I thought the idea was me not coming in.
No.
yeah, let's leave
I
him.
mean-
Let's leave him. Oh, you mean like coming
tagging
along
us
with us in general?
Yeah, that's what he's like. He's like, basically, you're coming along with us as a whole, right?
Yeah, probably.
Let me just.
It's about right, really.
And so he's trying to collect himself. He's like, definitely had time to cool off. And I will say, sorry, took things a little too far. I will let you know.
Real intense
You
when you want to
lie.
be.
Yeah, he goes. And he just looks at him square in the eye and he goes, we lie, we cheat, we steal. And then he kind of leans in like intimidating, but not from those beneath us. Is that clear?
Yeah, no, man. I don't know. He points towards the dagger and he's like, I stole that from someone in Up Hub.
I love it.
Fair enough. So he just kind of gives that look and he says, as long as we're clear. And then he'll walk out with Luca.
It's okay to be Robin Hood, but don't go robbing in the hood.
That's right.
Ooh. As someone who lives in the hood right now, I can attest.
That was rather clever.
Thank you.
I was muted, but I found that to be rather funny.
Thank you.
Particularly piquant. But yeah, as Luca and Alec start heading back to Praxis, the rest of you back here kind of see Atticus basically like he actually goes back to his food after everything and like he's all strapped up. He's got he wasn't as armed, or at least not as like visibly armed when y'all met him before, armed or armored. He had like leather armor kind of underneath his clothes and all that, but like this is nicer, studded, and he's actually wearing pretty decent clothes. A little tore up, a little bloody right now, but like he's kind of going around he starts kind of, he takes a bite and then starts kind of going over and like categorically like going through some of the stuff, and you can tell he's like doing a little bit of a count, like an evaluation of the stuff that's still here, seeing whether or not he wants to take it, like little bits and bobbles, and just kind of starts going around. He points over towards the door behind Blackbird, and it's like, off around there. Spark anything too close to that door, this whole place is gonna explode. At least that whole side of the, I'm not sure exactly. It's Nima did a lot of complicated shit that I didn't really understand.
Did we narrowly avoid disaster when breaking through the door?
I mean, you didn't break through with a firebolt. It's fine. Came in like a wrecking ball, not like a fireball. It's very different.
I cast shatter.
Yeah, a very, very localized shatter. But yeah, if any of y'all know chemically shit, there's all sorts of chemically shit in there. And I know some of our old co-workers over at the Firemark facility probably like some of our books, and she was working on some book about using pure ingredients to make better explosive powder and all that.
I was gonna say pizza.
Papa John's.
Oh, sponsor. No, not really. Sorry.
No, I don't think I want Papa John's to sponsor us.
I'll
go on record for that.
Good.
I'll say,
We don't want Papa John to sponsor us. We just don't want. We're fine with Papa John's.
I would refuse.
Shaq bought Papa John's off that guy. That's right.
Wait,
Shaq
what?
Shaq bought
Yeah,
TJ?
Really?
No, like
Shaq
educate me
buys everything,
right
dude.
now, dude. This is something I needed
This
to
is
know.
important. Yeah, this is
Shaq,
important.
like,
We can talk.
buys
yeah,
everything
Shaq-
he
we'll
gets
talk
hands
about-
on.
Yeah. Shaq owns Papa John's now.
We'll talk more about
Save it
that
for me
after
to the
stream. Teddy's gonna go in less than 13 minutes, but I want to make sure to hit this.
I want to go get the horses back.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, he kind of points into the study. Unless any of y'all want any of the shit she's got, I could head over and see if anybody wants it. Anybody know how to fix a door?
I will straight up speak for Eredrin here. I know that Ro would be interested in some of this stuff. Like out of character, I'm certain. I'm certain. Ro would be interested. Yeah, like
Yeah, you would.
he would be really mad if nobody said, "Hey, Ro might want to talk about that."
And we can settle some of that in between sessions. Basically, there's some primers on alchemy, primers on tinkering, a few others I'll get into in the between time. Kits for alchemy, kits for tinkering,
Nice.
calligraphy, things like that. So we'll figure all that out. But he starts getting his stuff together to basically like he's basically saying goodbye to this place. But as Alec and Luca begin to head back,
Back to the world map.
back to the Soot Swallow.
Dumarin the Slayer sits down on the floor at the table and takes out some jerky to eat.
You beat me to it, and I'd be disappointed. Except you're amazing. So,
Party, remember that.
the party will remember. So, as the two of you walk into the Soot Swallow, you know, y'all taking a little bit of downtime, a little bit of you know, the morning. It's approaching noon, and pulling up into the Soot Swallow, their you know, front doors that kind of, you know, the solid doors that are walls when they're down, they are just starting to open them up, whereas, you know, they basically only cater to their
damn you, Discord.
In clientele. We can hear you. Okay, never mind. We could hear you. I'm sorry that you might not have heard me. But they're opening up basically for like a lunch midday break kind of crowd. You know, like I said, in the morning it was basically just in people who stayed here could have food in the morning. But they're setting up, and you see one of the guards, one of the henchmen, the Baxian of the two, sitting over in the area where you had met up with Praxis before, and he's sitting there eating a meal.
Now that I've seen him, I'd like to hear him.
And Luca will approach, get to about the point where the guards stop him and wait.
Well, where he in fact had stopped you the day before.
Yeah, I'll stop at that point and wait for the guards to acknowledge. If he's eating, we might have to wait till he's done eating. I'm fine with that.
He actually like finishes his mouth full of food, takes a big draw from his pitcher, and sets it down. Bard. He comes back.
Sometimes.
This is not the friend Praxis sent you after, is it not?
Oh,
he's a little too tall for the dwarf.
Well, and Luca would walk over and just set down a pouch of gold.
You are recover your money, I think.
We were able to come up with the 250.
Fantastic. I know for a fact that Praxis very much enjoyed your present last night. One of the reasons he is not here right now, I think.
Perhaps I should have brought him a bottle of water then.
Oh no, he shared with friends. It is fine. But
well, I'm glad that he enjoyed it. Yeah, we were able to come together and get the amount that he needed, and that way nobody has to get hurt.
Nobody has to get hurt. This is true.
That's the way I like it. He gets what he wants. We get what we want. Nobody gets hurt. That's a good deal for everyone.
Fair enough. And he actually kind of stands up, kind of dusts off his suit a little bit, some crumbs and stuff. You know, it's lunch, bread and cheese, hefty things. He just kind of stands up and squares his shoulders. All right, please follow me. And he walks up. And Alec, you recognize the you know, walking behind the counter of a place, except they welcome him as he goes back behind the bar, and looks like as he ducks below it, he's kind of sifting through a shelf or two, and then picks out a pair of keys, and stands back up and leads you both out and around the front end and around to the stable side of the Soot Swallow, and behind the fencing. There's kind of like a it's open to be walked into, but it's that kind of sideways the parts of it kind of overlap to make a blind entrance where it's you don't just see into the stable area, you have to kind of walk through, and it's a little inconvenient. But taking you back in behind where the gate is, he walks y'all over to, and the stables back here are actually pretty nice. They're well kept, and as he leads you over, you recognize the big boys form and function, who are eating, being fed, and they're not merely roped to their stable. There is a chain attached to their yokes, and
Kira is going to. What is standing in between Akira and the horses at this moment?
I didn't think Akira went with us.
Oh,
did you?
Yeah.
I'll say that is a question for you. Did Akira go with them to go get the horses?
Akira will want to, yeah.
No, that's
I
fine.
would love.
That totally makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Luca would have welcomed Akira along. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So so then, what is standing in between Akira and the horses at this very moment?
Honestly, nobody and nothing. There are a couple of stable hands making sure to stock their little stable pen with hay and make sure the shit's scooped out.
Oh, then Akira is running to the horses to hug them. 100%.
Oh yeah. And as you sprint by, the Tabaxi man kind of watches you run by, and you can tell there's that moment of him almost getting ready to chase after you, but you go right to the horses, and so he stays his legs, and as he goes over and around the neck area where the chain connects to the yoke, there is a fairly nice lock, and he goes up one at a time, click, click, using the two different keys to unlock them and relatch the locks and kind of toss the chains back into the stables. And your cart is down this way. You hook up your horses. You will find it a little bit cleaner than the last time it was here, I think. Still smell like good cedar, just little bit less covered in the road. But so follow it down here. Hook yourselves up, and the stable hands will open the gate for you to be able to leave. If this concludes your business with Mr. Praxis, enjoy the rest of whatever life you lead.
Thank you.
What happened? I was so expecting him to say, "And if you would like to take survey."
Please fill out this survey.
Please fill out this survey
below
card.
5
It will help.
stars.
No. He says,
Please fill out survey. Anything less than 5 stars and I get executed. So please, 5 stars.
yeah. And he says, I will go back to my lunch. And he goes and walks himself out. You all being able to greet. You can tell that these horses, whatever state they may have been in when they were found by Adkis, they are well fed, well watered, well taken care of at this moment. And as you and actually you can tell Adkis has said something about selling them for racing horses. He these good boys are more well oiled, more they look like they were being combed up for being show horses.
Wow.
And so even function in the ugly mottledness of it. His coat's shiny, and is very presentery, comparatively. And so, as you all get the cart hooked up, and begin gathering the entire family back together, we can go ahead and end today's session on a higher note than sometimes I do. Thank you, as always, all of you for tuning in. Thank you, all of you for playing with us. Please, if you can, now we can take subscribers here on Twitch. Also, if you can, if either that or supporting us on the Patreon at patreon.com/onceuponad20. That helps us behind the scenes. But as always, thank you for watching. Please remember that kindness is free, and keep going.